Howdy there, chat. Hassan Piker has entered the chat. That's me. Spiritually speaking, I am Hassan Piker today. We're going to be reacting to something. I did say before that when we reach the point where we're consistently doing our reaction streams, then I've whored out at that point, you know? I've become used goods. I've been seeing a lot of Taiga on my timeline. Low key, not the worst thing that could happen to a man. I'm not gonna lie. Low key, kind of hot, but in a straight way. Recommended? Howdy. I thought the Cole React streams were for the premium beaners. Where is my PayPig exclusive slop? Guy, you guys got the exclusive Pal World streams, okay? You guys got to get me killed by sending me over to your little Epstein Island death trap. So, you know, the premium beaners are still getting exclusive slop, alright? Don't worry, we'll play more Korean women game later. We'll have another Roblox stream, Pusho. Is that sloppy enough for you? Hi Beans, how's my favorite gay little streamer doing? He told me to call him I didn't say that. I said I didn't mind it. I didn't say please call me your gay little streamer. But I'll allow it. Bean isn't gay. I can't talk about Bean, but Beans definitely isn't gay. Drinking water right now. Loki was gonna make a lemonade, but didn't have the time. You know, kind of got a bit distracted with the affairs, gooning, the whole 9 yards. Dustman Place, I think Dustman's Roblox scroll got taken out again. Speaking of taking out, guys, can we just take a moment? I don't know why the Eevee's still there. Forgot to get rid of that guy. I'm gonna kill him now. Hold on. I don't know why you're here. There we go. Empty desk. No Eevee for the cat frickers. Guys, so can we low-key just take a moment to look at Lucatiel right there, because that's Lucatiel showing the massive gyat, if you will. Gyat in the big 2026. You know it. That artist has made like W Dark Souls 2 goons. I'm just gonna say, W goons. Lucatiel is hot. Bean, are you gay, bro? No. Geg. Who's Geg? Beans, I orchestrated all of this. I'm the mastermind behind it all. Okay, Nagito Komaeda. You know, good aura. I joined your Discord server and got limited for child endangerment the next day. Okay, so, you know, the outlaw enters, you know. Oh, I entered into town and the sheriff went after me. Yeah, you became an outlaw. That's a badge of honor, my guy. It's like, you know, morbidly obese, morbidly a beast. You know, I'm a danger to children. Hell yeah, you are. W, that's a joke, YouTube. You get so angry when I say things that are fun. I have to say something. Guys, I have to say something YouTube approves of. I went to the synagogue the other day, and I just want to say, like, you go there, and it just reminds you, like, oh my gosh, if there were a legitimate faith that were true, I think it's the Jewish one. Not I think, I know it's the Jewish one. Same people. He doesn't know? What don't I know? Morbidly the beast. What do I do to actually join the server? Well, you gotta know ball, I guess. You know, if you guys pinned right there, follow me on Zitter. I'm not. What the frick is a jewel, man? I don't smoke, guys. Thank you, Mina Yandere 2677. 67. I hate you. Thank you so much for the wonderful flower of 30 jewels. Very cool, guys. If you want to support me in a way I can comprehend, by all means, support me over at ko-fi.com/thecoolbeansman. Not to say I don't appreciate your support, Mina Yandere 22 funny number 7, but it's just kind of like, I don't know what that is in Freedom Unit. I don't know the conversion rate. It's kind of like Fortnite. You're giving me gems, you know? You're giving me Clash Royale currency. You're not like, I don't know what that, I know it's got like it's got value on the Steam marketplace, but I don't know what the conversion rates are. Read the rules channel when you join the Discord and follow the guide. That's true. Hello there, Tiger. We love our mods here, except for some of them. Hi there, I can't stay long, but I'm here to mark my presence, mark my territory. Anyhow, how are you doing? Hope well, indeed. You have to be over 18. You should be over 18 to be on the internet anyways. I felt I wasn't over 18 when I was on the internet, but I did this little thing called lying about my age, you know? That's why, yeah, did I get groomed? Sure, maybe, but I lied about it. You know, it was my fault. So, I guess. I'm not like other rape victims. I take responsibility. 48 viewers, but only 16 likes. L. Anyone who oh wait. There's the beautiful. Thank you so much, Kaz Code, for reestablishing your reascension as a premium beaner. Anyone who enters the Discord and doesn't send a lolly pic in general is getting the Indian and Pakistani roll. That's true. That's true. Guys, if you join the Discord, you gotta frick with Cunny. How long has it? Oh, it's been 12 minutes. Okay, more than 10 minutes. I can say the funny words now. You gotta know ball. You gotta post hottest Blue Archive pulls you've gotten. We say Blue Archive too much, but you can't do that anymore because the game has fallen off. So I guess hottest, I don't know, Limbus pulls? Is there Limbus, Cunny? I don't know. I haven't played Limbus, so I can't really say. Is Limboners, Limbus fans, it's what they call themselves. Is there like hot, you know, is there hot lollies in Limbus? Is that a thing? I know they had that one event where they turned everyone into children, but that doesn't really count. Senran Kagura had the same event, and Senran Kagura died. So I guess that means Limbus is going to die next. React when? React now. No, I still have to talk slop. It's my fault. I was looking so laughable and gave the white van easy access. I enjoyed when I was groomed to be aged. This is why men will never stop getting raped, guys. Literally asking for it. You can't complain about men, about like, oh, you know, the world is a perverse place with innocent young men and the perverse women that, you know, grape them. Yeah, because the innocent men are asking for it, okay? I haven't sent Cunny in all the time I've been there. Do I need to change that? You're a premium beaner. You can do whatever you want. It's, regular beaners are your playthings. It's fine. You can do it. You get the pass, Haas. You get the Hag Lovers pass. VA hasn't fallen off. I'll lend you. Didn't they literally get rid of the gacha system to make it more like even worse, just on a purely objective level? That's just that. Oh, like oh my copium. That's just not true, Zani. I'm just saying that's like. Am I? Reveal my LARP here. Am I wrong, or did that change not happen? Did they not literally make the gacha system worse? Dude, if you want to be like a Fate Grand Order fan, where you're just constantly getting it up the ass, and you're like, no, you don't understand. The BBC is slightly smaller this time. They're improving. They love us. Then by all means, be my guest. I'm not going to be like you, though. I'm going to call out when they're molesting us. Okay, that's just... If you play Fate Grand Order, by the way, you're so cooked. You're actually a cuck. I don't know how to describe it, but you're just... Honestly, just play... At that point, just play freaking... I don't know, man. Just play Raid Shadow Legends, man. Low-key better. I'm clipping this, by the way. Synth vid when? I do gotta give the background. Hold on. They changed the gacha system to MiHoYo's. Yeah, actually, dude. Get blacked. Maybe when Z comes out as trans. I wonder what is the Goon Corner today. It seems like a pretty easy question to answer. Fate mentioned best game. MLG Swag Master 8913, please. Generational aura loss. You can't be doing this to me. FGO mentioned, but in a bad way. Why would I mention it in a good way? I would say how much Cunny Limbus has, but that would be border on the degree of a soft spoiler, so I shall refrain from it, but I gotta say there is an amount. I guess there's a reason I'm playing this series. I refuse to touch Blue Archive. That's fair. It's a gacha game. You guys need to understand, it is still a gacha game. I personally don't mind gacha games, but again, that's because I am a little bit touched. But I understand completely if someone's like, oh no, I'll just LARP it. I'll unethical goons. I'll goon to the characters, but I'm not playing the game. You can call someone a LARPer, but it's like low key. Is the LARP worth stopping? You know, just saying. I love Beans, but FGO is too good. See, this is what FGO does to you. It's actually chained to the BBC. I love Beans, but FGO is too good. Rips off shirt, reveals giant spade tattoo on chest. It's like, come on, man. Come on, you can't do that. You can't do that, please, man. Don't do that to me. I feel it's like mice and men moment. I feel like I gotta gun you down, dude. Just Beans, can you add Nago, Kagetora, a bunch of names to the Goon Corner. By the way, she kind of perfect for Sekiro because she's kind of okay. These are like fake goons, guys. No fake goons, no fake gooning. Okay, it's called a gotcha because it's gotcha hooked. You felt real freaking clever saying that, didn't you? You must feel like such a freaking comedian. Guys, everyone, let's laugh at Scallop since apparently we're real funny people. Beans is so cute. I will do downright illegal things to her. It's not illegal if no one finds out. Playing FGO, gooning to FGO. Join the FGO cult. We have Cunny. Everyone has Cunny. Ugh. We have Cunny is not a positive point. It's the bare minimum, okay? If your thing comes from Japan and it doesn't have Cunny, it has fundamentally failed. Sekiro. Even Sekiro has boy Cunny, I suppose, but it still counts, you know? That's just a thing to be anime. That's just a requirement, you know? You build up from there, okay? You can't just get me with it. You have to be worth investing time into. FGO you don't get anything out of it, okay? FGO, I don't know, it's like falling in love with a it's like going black, man. I don't know how to say it. It is. You're left to raise the kids alone. He's not coming back. That's what FGO is, you know? They don't even have a pity system, do they? It's actually just that. Bro said, I love getting blacked. I love getting blacked. He really did. MLG Swagmaster 8913, I hope you find someone who loves you one day. As much as FGO doesn't. I goon to Train Twins, but I will never ever play Blue Archive. That's fair. Train Twins, though? Really? Dude, Coconuts right there. Bean, should I keep money to be a channel member? I think you should definitely be a channel member. I definitely think you should. Bean, she is not fake goon because she is said to be a reincarnation in one legend represented. Translation, fate lore, snooze. Me. The S2 sucks. Actually... Like, can we invert this guy? Can we take this guy to the nerve wrangler, dude? Unironically, I want all his nerves removed from his body and strung like a guitar, okay? Have this man listen to his own melody of suffering, okay? I want a melody composed of his agony, okay? We'll all listen to it. I want his nerves to be formed into the strings of a beautiful violin, his bones to be made into but a most eloquent tuba, his flesh to be formed into but the bass of this melody we are crafting. I want an orchestra of your despair. Ha, Huster, okay? We are not hating Dark Souls 2 today. That is, what we're doing here. There are a ton of W Twin Goons, let's be honest. No, they're good, but, I'm just saying, Kokono. Also, Momobi and Midori are low-key better than the Train Twins. Just saying. Hard carried by Momomi, though. Midori is just kind of like the White Phantom. She's there for support. But Momomi is definitely the hotter. I want to blow on this tuba, bro. Okay. You hurt my feelings, Beans. Nago Katori is my wife. I'm ending my life. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Don't end your life. You shouldn't do that. A beaner ending his life? No. It sounds sarcastic, but I'm really sad. Also, Shota Alistair exists, and he's too dang cute. I don't know who that is, but, pretty cool. Any who blasphemes against Dark Souls 2 shall be sent to one correctional facility. The normal one, not the one where you get corrected by lollies. Important distinction. Just give him to Narbonk and see what happens. Oh, fate worse than death. Okay, guys. Actually explaining what happened here. So basically, we've gone 20 minutes, so we did the part of the stream where we don't do anything, But sorry, I gotta correct someone real quick. Beans, her name is freaking spelled Moid with the D. Oh, it's Momomi. I just said it's Momomi. Momomi. Okay. Well, now that I've corrected that situation, so what happened? If you may be aware, I made a Dark Souls 2 video. You should totally watch it. You should definitely. It is my humble opinion that if you have not seen the Dark Souls 2 video, you should totally go see that. And as we all know, my opinions are fact. So, one person by the name of Synthetic Man has reacted to that. I don't really know. The second I just kind of this we talked about this in the Deltarune stream with the Big M, Dustman, Edison, the whole gang. Because that's when someone said it. I forgot who it was. I think I don't want to give the wrong blame, but Tyron KPX, wonderful beaner, is taking credit. So I guess oh my gosh, the contents. Peter, I'm getting distracted. So the contents of this stream can be blamed onto him. Okay, he is the, I guess you can say, bearer of this stream, if you want an awesome Dark Souls 2 reference, if you want to say that. So big thanks or big anti-thanks to you, wonderful, wonderful beaner. But all I know about Synthetic Man is a couple of things. Turns out I watched a few of his videos. I watched his Kirby Air Ride video, and low-key, I don't mention it often, but Kirby is probably one of my favorite franchises. I really like Kirby. I've always been a fan of Kirby growing up. There's not a single bad Kirby game in the series, which is a pretty high bar to set. Some people might look at you and be like, oh no, there are bad Kirby games. The freaking Kirby and the Rainbow Curse was kind of mid for the Wii U. No, that was a good game too. It was like, at most, you'll have a mid Kirby game, but there's no bad Kirby games. So can I goon to your videos? Of course! But I'm not going to buy a Switch 2 so that I can play a Kirby game. Unfortunately, I would love to play the new Kirby Air Ride. It does look really good, but Beans loves Kirby because Kirby's a Moid. I don't really feel any attraction towards that. Low key though, Susie is W Goons, so, and she's a clanker. So, but if we want to talk about the real Kirby Goons, I guess. Adeline, guys. Okay, we're not here to talk Kirby. I also watched his Metroid Prime 4 video. It's just slop. Nintendo releases nothing but slop. So it's like my knowledge of Synthetic Man starts and ends that I've seen some of his videos while making a sandwich for lunch, you know? I wonder if Chaliquar will be in the corner at all. Frick! Oh, I forgot. Oh, if only I did that. I'm so stupid. I'm gonna sell. Oh, I can't say that on YouTube. Oh my gosh, oh, if only I did that. Maybe now. Imagine it's there. I forgot. I'm sorry. I genuinely forgot. How could I forget? I'm so stupid. Synthetic Man is a paranoid schizo who loves trans penis. I did hear he fricks with Fuda, and trans. Now, Fuda, trans, I don't vibe with it. I don't frick with it. I'm sorry. I don't frick with it. Okay? No offense. Okay? 99% of my audience is trans. But Fuda is straight, though. Okay? If he likes Fuda, I don't know, guys. W Synthetic Man. Fuda, low-key made for straight men. Okay? If you're Fuda, call me. If you're like Fuda, W Goons, guys. Just saying. Who doesn't love trans? I saw, like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a trans, like, Filipino guy in wearing like it was art. It was not like a picture, but it was art. Like a trans Filipino guy wearing like a Confederate micro bikini. And then it was just like some Giga Chad Chud guy saying like, yeah, don't forget who you're for, you little word I can't say on YouTube. And I'm just like, who is this for? Like, what is, like, why not just get a femboy? Like, I'm not saying this art is bad in theory, but why not just get a femboy or like a woman or like a food? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I just don't. Oh, I've seen that. Is this knowing ball W Fuda artist hard degenerate? I've come to notice that since the EDP React stream, the live viewers have been reaching perks never seen before. Ooh, perking. Fuda on female is the straightest. No, that's gay, actually. Fuda on female, you're just watching Yuri, it's gay. I'm sorry. I hate to disappoint you. Fuda on the male or nothing, okay? It's Fuda and a male. If you get the second you put another Foid in there, spiritually cucked, okay? It's like, what are you? What are you? Goated cuck chair technique. Okay, the director. It's like the food. You have the Fuda. You have the female. It's like, yes, yes, wonderful, wonderful. Cut. No, no, no. This simply won't do. Fuda, you're supposed to be on. Like, what is this? No. Okay, what is it? You're not the maestro of gooning. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? Indonesians are a little bit too silly. Fuda is for the people who want to get pegged but don't want to admit it. No, I'll admit it. I mean, what? Beans, what are your thoughts on IRL Fuda? That's not a thing. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist in, like, you know. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the obelisk cube? Just made up word that Fuda is a fictional concept. You can't say like what IRL Fuda. Beans, what do you think about the real Gok? You how did we get here again? Oh yeah, we're supposed to be reacting to something. So before we react to also from, well, I'll save it for there. We'll start reacting. Reminder, everyone, this Friday, Beans 2.0 debut, the new model debut, the new era for Beans. What makes it a new era? I'll start churning out YouTube shorts daily. Okay, mark my words. That'll be the new era. Don't worry, guys. Okay. OnlyFans, only pause. Is the Fuda on the male or the male on the Fuda? So here we are, guys. Here's the screen. Oh, frick, I have the wrong one. Look at me. Such an idiot. I think that's a pretty cool corner. Hold on. I'm going to explain like the logic of the corner real quick. But here it is, guys. Here's the video. Very awesome. Very cool. Being so good they had to make a sequel. Okay, Goon Corner 2, we got our Dark Souls 2 goons there, guys. We got the Emerald Herald. We got the Desert Sorceress. We got Hina from Blue Archive for no real reason. I just felt like putting her in there. And, like you guys said, I heard that Mr. The Synthetic Man is a big fan of Fuda. So just for all the Synthetic Man, just to like, you know, because we're going to watch him as sort of a tribute, a peace offering, if you will. I decided to put in some good Fuda in there, you know? That's a Fuda right there. I forgot her name. I haven't seen the show, but that's the girl from Interspecies Reviewers. So, like, there we go, guys. 3 out of 10 corner, no chocolate. It's not the chocolate stream, okay? You can't get chocolate every stream. You're getting vanilla today, and you're going to like it. Being so good. Also, have you seen the Why Do Indonesians Love Dreamy Bull video? No, no, I haven't. Krim is not Buddha. What? What? I thought the whole point is that she was what? It's a hung angel femboy. I thought it was a Fuda. That's what? It's not pretty sure that's the guy. Is it? I thought it was a Fuda. I guess I'm wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I guess I'm just a LARP. Disgusting? I know. This guy better have good things to say about Dark Souls 2. Oh yeah, tell me if the volume's good, by the way. Tell me if the volume's good. Let me put it a bit higher. I hope the volume's good. Let me know if the volume's bad. Okay. I'm gonna lower it a little bit.
Dark Souls.
Okay, this is just a Pro Jared. I'm sorry, guys. I had to do the Pro Jared bit. It's a dude with a. Okay, so it's a reverse Fuda. Still hot, I guess. Literally has a. Is okay. Then it's a. Oh my gosh, it's hot. I don't care. I don't care. It's hot. Wood. Does it matter? Wood. Okay. It is Fuda, you filthy larpers. I don't care what it is. I still would, or I'd want it to do me. Okay. I don't care what it is. Just would do it. Okay. Okay, hi Pro Jared. Okay, before we watch the real video, I just had to show off Pro Jared a little bit. Love Pro Jared. Live for Pro Jared. Here's like the real video, guys, that we're watching. This is part of a greater stream. I don't know what he did. I think he played Mortal Shell 2. I don't know anything about Mortal Shell 2. I hear it's a Souls-like. It's got 2 in the name. Maybe it's good. Grim is a Fudolali. Then it is. Oh my! I'm genuinely gonna rip all of you limb from limb. But he's more male, but still has. What does that mean? He's more male. Like what? His living condition is very bad. He talks about the Roman Empire a lot. What makes him more male? He's got both. He's 50-50. Boys are peak. We're losing it. We're actually losing it. Just, it's a Fudolali, guy. Stop taking this away from me. Add Karin Blue Archive. I'm gonna someone milk this man. Someone low-key milk him. Okay. As context here, again, I have not seen this. This is my blind reaction. So we're just gonna take a look at this. Live Hassan reaction in the right. You guys can consider this a bit of a Hassan collab. Just saying. So kind of cool. Vanilla is an exquisite seasoning. It's also not real. Again, let me know if the volume's bad.
Well, yeah, I'll type it in.
Okay, yeah, this guy's like the world's lowest speaker. Can you please speak up, dude? Collab with Rock Solid. That's oomphy. Low key. That's my oomphy on Zitter. Guys, shout out to Rock Solid. I think you should give him a follow. He's a pretty cool guy.
The greatest game we didn't deserve.
That's me. That's my video. My video didn't pop. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm getting NTR'd right now. Just want to say right off the bat, kind of he's being covered by the footed. I think it's kind of funny. I'll move her here. He's kind of getting covered by the. He's covered up the entire time. Okay. He's right. He was getting covered up. Sorry, but no. Just to give my thoughts. You guys can see him now, but he's giving me, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, but he gives me Dark Side Phil energy. Dark Side Phil, low-key my Oshi. We don't speak ill of Dark Side Phil here, okay? If you have anything negative to say about DSP, leave it at the door, all right? Here, we praise him. But I'm just saying, DSP's he gives me DSP vibes. He's got that sort of DSP charm and energy about him, you know? Low key, he seems like the type of guy that'd be in like like you look at Darkside Phil, he feels like a Curl Alt Elite character. That's what Synthman is giving me. It's those sorts of vibes. Hi George, DSP. He kind of is. Truth Nuke. He's the son of DSP, literally. Dude, imagine being imagine being like the woman DSP captured to like, procreate. Low-key kind of jealous. DSP is his dad spiritually. Bro knows the DSP memes. I'm just saying it. How is DSP? He's married? Frick, man! I'm really getting NTR'd hard today. He has the DSP aura. Don't we all? Is supposed the corner is a creative way to make this more transformative content. Hey, listen, if you're saying me reacting to content is not transformative, I'm reacting to someone reacting to my content. So I have every right to do this. I'm sorry, okay? The progenitor of this is my content. So if anyone has a right to be unoriginal, it's me. You should dark side your Phil on stream. Only Darkside Phil could goon on stream and get away with it, though. It's like a Twitch thought does it, and it's like, okay, look at this whore. Disgusting. Darkside Phil does it. You're like, look, it's like, oh, dude, look at his technique. Look at that girth. Dude, is that a, no way. I didn't know he was a snipe shot gooner. Look at how high up that went. Kind of impressive. Darkside Phil, my king, you know? Imagine watching an archive. Real. It's so cute when you giggle, Beans. Aw, thank you. Cool Beans, I already like you a lot. Hey, you can just call me Beans. Cool is my father's name. Bro's not watching the video. Get used to this. I pause every 4 seconds.
It better not be GTA 4.
No,
I'm timing you out for 24 hours.
I've only played the GBA. That's a 2-hour GTA. I've only played the GBA GTA game. The Ward Claire Obscura didn't deserve to win. No, it deserved to win all of them, especially in the one.
We already watched this? I sure as hell did not watch a 2-hour and 43-minute long video.
Are you sure?
This isn't it? Okay, well.
Okay. Well, I guess we gotta skip ahead.
You can't find.
Okay.
Wait. Sucks.
Buddy, can you search up the video? No, I do this. Look. Oh, dude, that's me. That's my thumbnail. I made that thumbnail, by the way, guys. Just saying. You're making stuff up now. He definitely didn't jerk off camera. Not at all. No way. Off? No, he did. I'm not making that up. I can't really show it on stream. Search up. If you look for it, you can find it. But no, he did do that. He did do that. Cool beans. I have proper clip on my channel that removed stupid chat interruptions. No, I want the chat interruptions. I want to see him talk to his chat. I need the full experience. I gotta see him talk to his chat. I gotta see him like go on schizoid rants. But shout out to GTGW2 for clipping it, I suppose. Very kind of you.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's me.
Someone spent
peaks. Oh, I was gonna read my own
too much time on V and unironically thinks Dark Souls 2 is the best one. Oh boy.
I've been posted on V. I do not V. Frick VT. I've like I guess I had the habit of autistically searching myself up. I saw myself posted on VT once. That was pretty cool. I love the people of VT. I know he mentioned V, but they're all so schizophrenic and crazy. It's like I love the way that like they talk about like Gargura stuff. I kind of believe it's genuinely, it's just theory brain rot. I really love just the fans over at VT, honestly. I hope I can amass people as schizophrenic as that. What is VT? The VTuber board. So just saying, Dustman genuinely groomed Beans into wasting as much time as possible. Fair. Gargura is so cute and funny. Real. But every board on, why did I say board? Like every post on VT is just people saying like, oh, Gargura. Well, I guess she's dead now, but like, Saba is like getting blacked right now. She's never gonna upload, and it's like, yeah, okay. She doesn't need to. Saba she's a meme. She's not like a meme, like a 6'7", but like a meme, like the word meme. She's a cognitive concept, okay? She exists in our heads. We like communicate about Saba amongst each other, and we like imagine her cute and funny, doing cute and funny things. You don't need Saba content, okay? When the mimetic agent starts dying down a little bit, then she comes back. Then she like appears again. That's what Saba is. That's what the people of VT don't realize. They need someone like me. They low-key need me there. V's cool though, because you can go on a thread and see like a lot of really good artwork. But like to converse, to speak with the people of V, nah man, I hate them. I used to go there back when I played Your Turn to Die. Loki, some of the dumbest people, some of the worst people I've ever, just awful ideas, just straight up horrible direction for the story. Doesn't matter. If you know anything about Your Turn to Die, game's never coming out. Doesn't even matter. So, Beans Yapper ASMR, I'm so digging around. Awful. Shalom, uncle. I hope I'm not too late. Don't worry. Shalom, Rabbi Zealot. Glad to see you in the chat. Beans, please don't stop the video. This guy looks like someone gave him chromosome so he could be chromosome so he could be close to a human as possible. Someone gave him chromosome. Beans, shut up. Okay, sure, fine.
Boy, irony is dead.
Howdy there, viewer. Let me level with you for a moment. I removed its irrelevant stuff like chat telling him to lower the volume and other technical thing or other irrelevant topics. You don't gain anything extra out of this except wasted time. Yes, but wasting time is part of the Beans experience. You have to understand that. Allow me to get real, if I may. Do you know what the definition of insanity LARP, I haven't played that game.
Is being forced to live as an outcast, becoming a stranger in your own home, in a world where the people of society all think and act a certain way.
What's wrong with this guy? Come on, we're like 5 seconds into the video, and he not once has he said like cat girl, avatar, man's voice. What are you? Some sort of I can't say it on YouTube. If only the big M were here, she could say it 'cause she's gay. Why didn't he say it? Come on, synthetic man. Clipping this is gonna suck. Don't worry. If there's one thing I love to do to the beaners, it's giving them extra work. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. I appreciate it. You're so kind. Aw, so submissive to his chatters. Bro's LARPing.
You alone are burdened
Maggots?
with the divine duty of
Blacked
being
by
correct
beads.
You know,
about
I seem to recall, first of all,
What the frick happened? Why are you
the
frozen?
divine
There we go.
duty of being correct
you know,
about
I seem to recall, first of all, do I even have to fucking say it? Man's voice.
He did it! Let's go! Oh, I knew it. We're literally on the same wavelength. Literally. Oh my gosh. Say it, Beans. Say what? I have no idea what you're talking about. Synth is a man of culture. Synth has played Blue Archive. Okay, Synth Watchers, what is his favorite student? If it's like, you can tell a lot about a man by his favorite Blue Archive student. Just saying. Patience Young.
Female furry avatar. Fucking heterochromia. Why?
What are you? Okay. The first. What do you have against hetero? Come on, man. That's just good character design. Listen, I've had people in my own comment section ask, "Are you trans?" I am not trans. Okay, but okay, but that sounds like okay. No, listen. If you saw like a Moid on screen, it'd be like, gross, zesty. But unless it was like a femboy or something, low-key, that would have been like maybe a good idea. But imagine if I've said it before. But the worst part of like being a fan of like a VTuber, no offense, I love her. Pippa, really cool. Irrelevant statement. Just gotta simp real quick there. But is sometimes you gotta remember they're foids. They still say like hot take women, women speaking, me, fall asleep. Snore. But imagine if you can look at like just jingly keys, you get to look at a hot foid, but you don't have to listen to a woman. Just saying. Play the video now. You can't tell me what to do. Okay? You're not a food. Nothing's wrong with claustrophobia. Synthetic man against homophobic eyes. I'm sorry. Listen. Just for you, synthetic man, I'll become what's the opposite of homophobic? Heterophobic. I'll become heterophobic for you. Search up the "There's Nothing We Can Do" Napoleon painting. Everyone knows that one. That's a classic one. Fuda.
Right, like somehow that makes this even worse.
At a loss of words.
I just remember someone, I think it was Waffle Man, which I shouldn't even read what he has.
Sorry, Beans, but the only reason I'm here is because of the Goon Corner lie. Oh, at least you lied. That's good. Dishonesty. Beans, if I paid you 1,000, would you be quiet for the rest of the stream? Probably, but that'd be kind of like mean and demeaning. Hey, tell you, if you paid me 1,000, I'll stream whatever you want me to stream this week. We'll just add in a new stream. Like, I don't know, Saturday or something. We'll add in a new stream, and it'll be whatever you want. I'll do you know what's being quiet? ASMR. I'll do a quiet. I'll speak in ASMR for the rest of the stream. If you give me $1,000, Beans won't shut up for any amount of money. He's too not. Listen, I'll shut up probably for like 10 seconds, and then I'll like probably continue talking. Do it for the vibrator stream.
To say because it's bait most time, but he said
no comment
that I shouldn't take super chat suggestions. You should only take like suggestions from regulars. As
awful idea, straight up awful idea. Why would you do that? It's like, imagine I did that with you guys. Hey, imagine like low key taking premium beaners. I'm joking. I would do that. I'd pay you 7K to do a Yahoo stream. I'd do a Yahoo stream for 7K. I'd definitely do that. It's like, listen to the common beaner. You guys are crazy. One of you just told me to be quiet for 4 hours. It's like Beans would shut up for 1,000 because the American salary sucks. That's true. I'd do a lot more than that for $1,000.
If your guys' fucking suggestions are any better. Are they any better? No, they're all bad.
Fuda
All the video
versus furry.
suggestions are
Why not
bad.
both?
There aren't any good ones.
Hey, this is a good
All right,
one.
let's this is what Dark Souls 2 fans are. Yeah, post this on V, please. The next time there's a Dark Souls 2 shield thread, post this guy's video, please. Just
I
do it.
agree.
I'll
You
be
should
there.
do that.
I'll be lurking. I will read. I will laugh.
I will too.
I will clap for you. Just
Oh, thank you very much, Bagel Eater, for the beautiful $5 donation. That's not. I'm sorry, Bagel Eater. $5. That's not enough to get me to meow though. That's enough for appreciation. That's enough for hugs and kisses. But meowing submissively into the microphone, I'm sorry. That's at least a $20 investment. What's my favorite Dark Souls 2 weapon? I gotta answer that. It is the Black Steel Katana. I just like its moveset. I like katanas. They're my favorite weapon class in the Souls games. I like how it plays when you power stance it. If we're talking not a weapon but just play style, I like sorceries the most in that game. So I would say the Staff of Knowledge. You're gonna see it in the video, but literally the build I do is Black Steel Katana and Staff of Knowledge. So, Beans, have you got this month's food stamps yet? No. Hitting the enemies with my fat Goon dagger. The daggers. Honestly, I've wanted to try fighting using the fist weapons. Fisting run. I might do that for the co-op Dark Souls 2 stream whenever we do that. Magic LARP. I'm tearing you limb from. Ugh, okay, we're gonna wait till I get to the magic part of the video until I do that.
imagine I'm cheering you on.
Everything. And the hollowing realization that no matter how objectively right you may be, the unwashed Goya masses are too simple-minded to ever begin to understand your superior
His
world.
reaction.
This maddening dilemma, dear viewer, is the everyday reality for us Dark Souls 2 fans.
Low-key, I'm sorry, I gotta complain about this.
Dear
It's
viewer.
like, I hate Hunter x Hunter. I don't need to say it like a million times, but like, I really don't like her character design. I'm not gonna elaborate. I'm
is
just,
the everyday
just-
reality for us
I'm just
Dark
gonna say something. I don't know why, but I just saw her, and I just don't like her character design. Beat, stop pausing, please. Then it wouldn't be a Bean stream.
Souls 2 fans. Developed by God.
Okay, I gotta pause it there. God's on screen. I did a Bone Fist and Fume Knight sword run. It's fun. Yeah, that sounds really cool. I've wanted to do Bone Fist. I've wanted to do power stancing Bone Fist. I heard you get like a little Kamehameha or a Hadouken or something. I'm not sure. Bye, MP Basic. MP Basic is leaving. I'm also leaving. Bye bye, everyone in Beans. Moi moi. Aw. Goodbye, MP Basic. We'll see you later. Black's on screen. Is it because of her being a certain tone? No, Karine is that same tone, and she low key. Karine, call me a mud shark, cause I'm in Karine. Call me made for BB.
Dark Souls 2 is, as the name suggests,
Characters
the
in
second
HXH I
installment
hate
in
for
the
no
Dark
particular
Souls
reason.
trilogy. Now, many people like
Is this a parody video? Maybe it is.
No, it's not.
Dark Souls
Clipping
2
this
The
will be
Black
hell.
People.
It won't be.
Much like the average black living in suburban America, its development history was very troubled. They
Relatable.
had high ambitions to create a worthy follow-up after the critical and commercial success of the first game. But as is the case with all those who seek to walk the path of the righteous, obstacles arose. Miyazaki had left to go and work on development of a much worse game, and the leave dead.
Why didn't he react to that? People have asked this if it's like LARP or I'm exaggerating. I don't like Bloodborne. That's not an exaggeration. I wouldn't call it like a bad game, I suppose. But it's a bad Souls game, and I wouldn't call it a fun game. I didn't have fun playing it.
The time got taken out back and shot halfway into development.
Made for BBV.
Listen, I don't know if maybe Of Mice and Men might be the Harry Potter of my channel, and if you
Huh?
don't know what that means, like there's a joke that millennials have only read one book. I have referenced Of Mice and Men probably 50 goddamn times
I didn't know
in
this.
my streams because the
Well,
the
hold on.
idea of putting down a dangerous retard it lives in my mind rent free. Like this is what I want to do with like 80% of chat.
Okay, that's kind of funny. Is this true, synth heads? Does he do this to
It's
you guys?
Literally, this is what I want to do with 80% of chat. Like it's just
I'm LARPing Mice and Men. I've never read it or seen the movie, but I just know there's a scene where that happens, and I just kind of reference it with Dustman and Edison sometimes. But that's pretty good because at this point the video seems like rage bait. So going worst game just passes as that. What is the rage? I'm calling the game good. It's like guy enjoys things. Oh, how dare he? I'm just saying Dark Souls 2 is I haven't even done anything. We're a minute into the video. I haven't done anything yet.
oh no.
The
no, I would never
ADHD
do
has
that. I would
gone
never
off
do
the
that.
charts.
I'm an entertainer. What am I without my
No, Beans, you must be a slop channel or you don't get thousands of dollars from children. I love Tung Tung Sohort, not sarcasm. Guys, children in the audience, can you go into your mother's credit card real quick and just go to ko-fi.com/thecoolbeansman. It's going to ask you for a number there. You want to put 5 digits, okay? 10000. All right, you send that in, and I promise you, Santa is gonna give you an extra big. What do kids like today? Fortnite currency. DS3 fans considered hearing Dark Souls 2 fans as rage bait. I see. The title is already rage bait. Yeah, inside the mind of a Dark Souls 3 fan. Bloodborne, solid 5 out of 10.
Clearly.
Yeah, pretty mid.
Causing them to rewrite a ton of the game's narrative and cut out some content.
What is it with Chuds getting filtered by Bloodborne? Is that a common thing? Because I like Bloodborne, but I don't know. Maybe there's someone don't like it.
Getting filtered by what? It's just
Despite
bad.
all these issues, the end result still stands tall as a masterpiece. Now
That's
I
true.
know what you must be thinking. Whoa there, Beans. Make sure not to
Oh yeah, I can turn the volume up a little.
No,
but
don't. Then I
I
need to
don't want
turn.
it too loud.
Okay, now I
choke
gotta.
on it while you're down there.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry to
probably
say
fine.
it, dear viewer, but choke on it I shall. This isn't glazing. It's
I like this guy's reactions. Beans, why don't you understand snowstorms? We're gonna wait till I get to that part of the video, till I talk about that, okay? Freaking people in my server have been saying, why don't you we're gonna wait till we get to that, okay? I have to see what he says, and then I have to respond to him, and then I have to respond to you. Can we keep Age playing like this, Dada? Can we kill that guy? Can we? You can tell it's him because that's his name on the stone.
proof. And I'm sick and tired of pretending it isn't. Dark Souls 2 isn't some flawed but good game or some misunderstood hidden gem. No. Dark Souls 2 is easily the best Souls-like FromSoft has ever produced.
I agree.
And in my personal
This is only 24 minutes, by the way. So he has to somehow argue Dark Souls 2 is the best one.
opinion,
The good thing about this video is that it is made with mine. It's made with the intention of like, okay, you know what Dark Souls 2 is. I don't gotta like explain to you like, oh yeah, so this is an Estus flask. When you drink it, I'm going on the assumption you've already played Dark Souls 2. So, it's kind of like, this isn't geometry you're taking, okay? This is college calculus 2, all right? There were a couple of prerequisites before you got here,
game of
Can
all
we give that guy a
time. And
medal?
no
Okay,
No,
this is
Dada,
definitely not a serious
Don't kill me,
video.
please. It
I
is.
mean,
It
I
is
think
serious.
The furry gooner part is real, but the rest of it, this
Dude, Israel mentioned, guys. Gem, can we premium beaners? Can we gem react? Gem emote. Beans gem emote spam right now in the chat, okay? Gem. Israel mentioned it's, you got Jerry Seinfeld standing in the restaurant. He's saying like Israel's got to be the best country on the earth. Where else can a man find a solid bagel place around every block? Laugh track plays. Shout outs to Big Yahoo.
is not. No, This is not
I mean,
real.
the average
Ton of
DS2
slop,
hater probably
snarky
hasn't played the
internet
game.
video
That's true.
essays prove otherwise. That's why in this snarky video
Happy
essay, I'll be
Souls.
making the case as to why exactly Dark Souls 2 is so great. Now, normally, YouTubers like to give this little disclaimer about.
Also, okay, furry Gunnar, sure. I honestly, yeah. I look at my thumbnails. I can't really deny that. But just going off of the avatar, calling it a Gunnar, I mean, when you see Beans 2.0, sure, fair enough. But in the video, like the sprites I use, shout out to Snail, by the way. He's the one who drew them. But the ones I use in the video are fairly. I wouldn't really call that. Guys, we can't just call any time you got a cute girl on the screen Gunnar. All right, it devalues the term. All right. You gotta say it says Beans. I know those are funny numbers. I know what numbers do.
How this is just my opinion, and if you
Can you stop freezing?
I'd like to give this little disclaimer about how this is just my opinion, and if you disagree, you're entitled to that viewpoint, and to be civil in the comments down below. Unfortunately,
It's funny how I just, out of principle, I refuse to ever say anything like that.
Oh, I agree 1000%. It's so gay when you do it. Listen, you're an adult. If you go out and I don't know, if I mention something and you start being discivil, that's not my fault. That's on you, man. Like that's between you and God, man. Those are your sins, all right? You're not gonna when people are like, please be civil in the comments down below, or are you like a preschool teacher or something? Like, calm down, hold the cojones. I'm a Syndicate Gunnar artist, and that's a Gunnar avatar. Like you draw like. What do you mean you're a syndicate Gunnar? A syndicate? What syndicate? Is there like a big mafia of Gunnar artists out there I'm unaware of? There's only 2 good Souls games, Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. That's completely wrong. You forgot about Kingsfield. Bare midriff, bare shoulders. That is what normies would label as Gunnar. I mean, furry lolly, chemo lolly. I guess that is erotic if you think about it just innately. Character design of those asking to be raped.
And that's, I mean, I think this is mainly like tism. But people always accuse me. Well, they used to. I don't know.
These hips
People
have been drawn to
usually
convert
only
sensitive
accuse
young
me
men
of
into
being
furries.
like
You're
a
not
Nazi
wrong.
or incel or whatever these days. But back in the day, a lot of times they were like, dude, this guy's spouting his opinion is fact. It's like, what do you mean? Just...
There's like a one video made by I forgot his name, something Anderson, where it's like subjectivity is implied. This is just my you don't have to do that. I hate to say it, but did you ever take an English class in the 3rd grade? You can. It is implied by the mere fact that you're human that everything you're sharing is your opinion. You don't need to constantly say every 3 sentences, in my opinion, that would be horrible writing. It's just a nonsense point people make when they have nothing else to say to like defend themselves.
Saying my opinion. I never said it was a fact. I just loudly say my
Beans,
opinion.
watch
I
all
don't
3
value
sevens.
your
They got a
opinion.
goon
That's the
corner and
difference. I don't think
oily
mine is a
men.
fact.
Why
I
do you
just
think
your opinion
like
is
that?
worthless? There's a difference between those things.
No, but mine is a
I have
fact
no
though.
reason to value the opinion of, random
woman.
words on the screen.
for you, this isn't my opinion. This is a fact. And facts notoriously
go.
don't care about your feelings. So with that out of the way, let's get on with it already. Right
True.
off the bat, this is a phenomenal
Black
intro
Souls
sequence.
music.
From Soft
OMG,
Games
hi,
have always had
Beans.
some pretty
Howdy.
banger intros. But one
Yeah,
thing
they're
Dark
troubled by
Souls 2
confidence, yeah.
specifically does that none of the others do is establish player intrigue for the protagonist. In Dark Souls 1, you're just some
Steinbeck was a
malnourished
socialist, I
African in a
think.
Just want to say, that I'm not LARPing my interest in this game because I spent 3 minutes out of this 24-minute video just praising the first 30 seconds of the opening cinematic. So
The message.
if they're part of a Gunnar syndicate, they're probably part of the whole hand, not the thumb. Hate you. Project Moon reference. Oh, can we go one stream without mentioning Project Groom, guys? Please. No, you don't understand. He's part of the tip. Because you look like a femboy. It's a cat girl, not a femboy. Some mage. LARPer. No, now we're mentioning Deltarune. We've gone full. We've gone too deep. Nobody gonna mention the tip when it comes to the
The novel
fingers.
was we should treat
there,
those
but Dark Souls
minorities
2
better.
takes an entirely different approach.
Listen,
Instead of
death of the
name-dropping
author,
all the
okay?
future bosses you're gonna face, it emphasizes the curse in the
LARP?
kingdom of Dranglek, showing the bearer of the curse actually travel to Dranglek. So when you spawn in as this cloaked individual, there's immediately that sense of intrigue as to what the hell that was all about. Another thing I love about
What is
this
the freaking quality? Like kind of low. Oh, it's 1080. Like, we can't do better than that, guys.
opening
Sorry.
sequence is the way the character creation is handled.
Cat
As
girl,
mentioned
where?
before,
Here!
You initially spawn in as this cloaked dude, but when you go talk to the hag,
I-
she asks you
I
a
only
couple of
played
questions
Dark
that
Souls
naturally
and
allow you to
I only
create your
played Dark
character.
Souls and
I
got
just
into the
find it
franchise
really
because
cool
of
how
Gwendolyn.
character creation
Gwendolyn's kind of like a mid femboy, though. I'm not gonna lie. Really, Gwendolyn? I don't know, man. The freaking one from Sekiro is low-key kind of cuter. The tip is the only real syndicate. We need to add Yik in here somewhere. Ah, if only there was a way to this video would mention Yik. I agree with you 1000%.
is diegetically
Why crying,
included as a
Umbersum?
part of the story. Even serves to highlight the whole idea of losing oneself because of the curse. Kind of makes me sad that none of the future entries tried anything like this. But okay,
Real.
I've spent enough time talking about the first 2 minutes of the game. After making the most beautiful
Dude, it's Alex Yik! Yik mentioned! It's Alex Yik, look at him! Let's go! Gwendolyn snake job, though. Yeah. Beans on top of beans on top of beans on top of beans on top. What is this self-cest you're mentioning? Onceler ass goons we're doing right now. Yeah, but he's Asian and not European. European femboys low-key kind of hotter, though.
beautiful specimen you ever did see. We make it to the one part of the game, even the most dedicated Dark Souls
Average
2
Dark
hater
Souls 2
will
hater?
admit is fantastic.
Majula.
It's Majula, man!
Wowie zowie.
Majula is so freaking cool, man.
It
This
is.
is easily the best hub world in the series. The atmosphere, the music, sex just can't compete. The point of these hub areas
It really
has always
can't.
been to provide a sense of
Holy
comfort
crap, it's
and
Alex
safety.
Yik! I'm a
After
big fan.
countless hours of
I
getting
agree.
absolutely
Goated
railed
boss
by
fight, by the
challenging
way. I can't show that art again, but goated Tenma goons? Tenma is W goons. All of the phase girls are W goons, except for like 2 of them that aren't that hot. But everyone else, still.
encounter.
He's
Much
calling you a soy Redditor, Beams. Beams? I don't know who Beams is, but I guess if it's not me, it's fine. Guys, I'm yicking out. I just want to say, I like Yik, okay? I'm not LARPing. We're not LARPing Yik here. It's not a perfect game, but Yik is okay, all right? My third time watching your stream live. Minor spelling mistake. Lamau. Beans, why do you like Yik?
Are we
Because
still
it's
talking
good.
about Dark Souls 2?
Oh, wait, hold on.
encounter. Much
Are we still talking about Dark Souls 2?
Believe
Did
it
you
or
say
not.
hours of getting railed by an encounter. You fucking suck, motherfucker.
Listen, man. Okay. This playthrough that I did for the video, the most I died to a boss was I will say, the most I died to the boss was in the DLC to Surulon, because Surulon is pretty hard, and Ivory King as well. Those 2 are like pretty hard fights. But listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna say it now, Mr. Synthetic Man. I've seen some of your gameplay of other games. Not one to talk, to say the least, okay? Anyone clipping this, feel free to put an example, just kind of to highlight and emphasize my own point, but not one to talk. So I'm just going to say, Dark Souls 2 on a first playthrough, on a first blind playthrough, is a difficult game, all right? No, if you replay it, it is not hard. But on your first playthrough, Dark Souls 2 is definitely harder than Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 2, you can easily get lost in that game, be unsure of where to go next. Dark Souls 3, straight line simulator. I wonder where I should go next. The elusive forward. But Dark Souls 2, now you can get lost. Bosses, can be somewhat obtuse in their designs, which I think is a good thing. But on a first playthrough, nah, man. I expect a first-time player they can easily get stuck with Smelter Demon. They can easily get stuck with similar bosses of that nature, I'd say. Definitely in the DLC.
Fume Knight. You got like Fume Knight. You got Ivory King. You got the Tigers. Now you definitely have bosses in the DLC that on a first playthrough you can get stuck on. For like the base game, there's a couple too. Definitely would say one of the big ones I would say is probably what's it called? I'm trying to remember this guy's freaking name. It's one of like the freaking I can't believe I forgot it. It eluded me. The Glass Knight. The Glass Knight, low key kind of hard on the first playthrough. Just saying. Tenma is good, but I like my girls browner like Panko. Panko's W Guns too. DS3 is a cakewalk to BH. I get it. We were over 100 viewers, but just lost 15 while Beans was ranting. Well, if you're not willing to hear the schizoiding out, I guess you're not truly a beaner. Cockpithic man. I don't know what that means. DS3 is roll slop simulator. True and real. DS3 is actual roll slop. DS2 has ADP. ADP goated, by the way. Enough excuses, flat cat. Okay, you don't have to be so rude. Since VTuber Oshi is Kirsche, I like Kirsche too. Honestly, if that's true, I don't know if that's true, if that's a meme. But if that's true, I guess W taste. I like Kirsche a lot.
The only time, obviously a lot of times she'll die with a mistake first try against some bosses, even easy ones. But
Okay,
the only
concept.
actual hard parts of Dark Souls 2 outside of like DLC bosses or secret bosses.
Okay, so you've mentioned what I acknowledged.
The million gank squad encounters.
I'm going to my freaking gang. Oh, the gank squad. It's actually how I can tell you're bad at the game.
There's a few of them that are a bit unfair.
No, you're just bad. You're just bad.
After countless hours of getting absolutely
Also, I'm just saying, absolutely railed. I'm showing the congregation footage. It's a joke. I'm doing a gag. I think you can. It's not like blood. This fight is so hard. Shows Pinwheel. I think you can tell I'm doing a bit. I'm doing a bit right now, dude.
Challenging encounter.
I know you just wanted to have like the Gunner pick or whatever, but I mean, that does not happen in Dark Souls 2. Like who? Name the encounters you got stuck on for
Ivory
hours,
King.
please.
Ivory King. Ivory
Much
King
like
is hard.
The humble cuckold returns to the warm embrace.
Dark Souls
of
2
the
values
folk
air.
after a
Oh,
long
dude, Pro Jared though. Pro Jared. Dark Souls 2 values areas over bosses, and I like that. Yeah. No, it does.
day of drinking.
Will your new
Soylent and
VTuber
playing
model get
Glissop,
graped?
So
Yeah.
too does the bear of the curse.
Real?
Seeing Zach in his true form,
Soylent and playing
his
Glissop,
true
so
form,
Dude, Zach.
is just bizarre.
What?
I mean,
That's
he
him.
didn't used to look like that. He used to look like exactly what you think he looked like. So I don't know if
He arced out, man. Zach's a Chad. I love Zach. I love Onision Plays. Name you haven't heard in 1,000 years. But I love Oni Plays. Him getting friend zoned by Kirsche was hilarious. What happened? Listen, man. There's some things we just don't joke about. That's a bit cruel and evil and fricked up in the head, man. Want to see his reaction to what you say about the cat? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why I'm watching the video. No spoilers, guys. Best of Zach. Zach Hadel made. Oh, dude, I love Zach Hadel so much. Low key, male Oshi.
he had like multiple surgeries or he just aged
Psychic
weird or
Pebbles.
got replaced with a
Beans,
lizard
you
man.
should watch Best
But,
Zach. Best of
there's a
Zach's
convention
secret
picture
boss.
of him from all the way back in like 2013 or something. He looks like a stereotypical nerdy dude with a big nose. So I don't know. They just
Like Zach
I
is
don't
my
know what
favorite
happens,
Jew.
But he
I
didn't
miss
used to look
Leafy.
like that.
Too does the
Doesn't he
bear of
doesn't he
the
stream on
curse
Rumble or
return
something?
to the gentle embrace.
I've seen that video.
That video is good though. Don't you dare insult it. It's
The
good.
evil terror.
I see that YouTube's trying to tell you something when you get recommended videos like
I've seen this video. I forgot the name. I think his name's literally Normal Guy. But the animator, he draws like nothing but Homopha. It's just like POV. You're like in elementary school. This is your childhood like dog girl GF. Time forward 10 years. You've just got married. You're starting your family. It's just it's Hope Gem. Some people, it's the type of content you get recommended to you on like 3 a.m. to convince you to self-harm. But this is beautiful. I love it. Onision, I feel old. Maybe you are old.
like this.
Shelakar
definitely
is
trying to tell
practically
you
begging for
They know.
BHC
They know,
correction.
I know.
You're not
the
wrong.
Best Souls girl, by the way, she's so good, in fact, that they had to nerf her by covering up her feet, lest they make her too powerful. All the NPCs in the duel are pretty great. I already mentioned the Emerald
Bro
Badge,
got
but you also
flashed.
have the Crestfallen Warrior, who's
Yeah.
actually a pretty chill guy this time around. The Blacksmith, the Black Guy, and the cat who
I think he's supposed to be Indian.
low-key
is?
kind of hot.
Wait, I'm sorry, he's Indian? That is not an Indian, dude. That is not what. First of all, I guess, I mean, the second he gets money, he becomes an asshole, maybe. But, it's like, I don't know. He's in it. I didn't know that. Dang, I did not know that. Hey, I know that meme. No way. Which meme? Kershay and Synthman were not meant to be. She was built for the Jamaicans. That's an African. Yeah, that's a Jamaican dude. All right? That is a Jamaican right there. If I've ever seen one, that is definitely a Jamaican.
Guy, and the cat who
I think he's supposed to be Indian.
low-key kind of hot. Hold on a second. Before you go on calling me Shane
I like the
Dawson,
sus face.
hear me out here. Listen to her voice.
It seems that we must now part.
She sounds hot.
Why
She
not?
sounds hot.
I don't see how
Lit,
it's
she,
nothing.
lit, she,
He used to be Zach, now he's Zach too. That's why this is best of Zach and also best of Zach.
Zach mentioned.
That fucking meme is ass. I need to put it on the soundboard.
Acknowledge.
Because I'm a cat?
It's not my fault they made her sound so seductive. I used to not understand.
Okay, doesn't. I mean, it's Zach. Things take priority, I guess, you know? Animator is named Kid Wizard, I think. Yes, Kid Wizard. Check him out. His stuff is amazing. Wolf Girl, Tomboy, Childhood Friends meme. Cat Girl better, but fair, real. India doesn't exist in Lajrang Lekthrik. I'm just gonna, first of all, W pause right here. But like low-key kind of got NTR'd by Zach for a second, but it's Zach. I don't mind. If it's Zach, I don't really care. All right. Listen, Beans, you don't have to justify yourself. To each their own. Because I'm a cat, that won't stop me. Because I'm a cat. A cat is fine too.
The appeal of feral furry artwork. I thought the very
Thanks for the recommendation. Why did Koharu get posted to this shit?
Bro, Goons of Koharu? W? Honestly, might respect this guy. Frick, I started drinking water at the exact same time as him. Oh my gosh.
This is, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, Dark Souls is the best one. Here's a bunch of pornography. Here's a bunch of porn in the video. Are you convinced Dark Souls 2 is the best one yet? That's why, and Marvel Shell 2 is pretty good, so I'm not shitting on it. But like when we got the Void armor, I'm like, oh, this is why chat likes this game. There's a big ass. in it.
Real?
very notion of such a thing was discussed.
Just saying, which game has the Desert Sorceress set? Just saying, you know. Which game lets you put an NPC in the Desert Sorceress set? Something to think about. Rare instance of a British voice actually sounding appealing. As someone who sounds British, I could pass for a Brit, mate. I'm not gonna lie, Muddle, that's the most Indian statement I've ever heard. I sound British, posted by a Turk. It's like, okay, you know? Also, it's a bit weird that we have like 3 times more viewers, but chat moves at the same speed with speed as like 20 to 30. Fascinating. Guys, who's the bot? I don't want to hear it from a Fuda lover. We really are a persecuted class, aren't we?
Experience. That was until I played League of Legends. They say nobody who plays League for an extended amount of time comes out the same
Tyler
way
One
they
is such a
once were.
Chad.
And in my case, well, let's leave that story for another day. NPCs in general got a massive improvement
Yumi is
from
W
PS1.
Goons,
Although
by the way.
first game had a lot of
Are you gonna disagree with that statement?
I can't believe you just said that. Dark Souls 2 has one of the worst implementations of the quest lines, though, where you have to summon the summon 3.
That's good. That's a good
thing. I like feeling like that. I like working together with. Oh, I can't believe it. I have to engage with the summon mechanic. No, I can feel my penis size getting smaller. I don't care that people on Reddit will think I'm a pussy for using summons, okay? It is objectively cool that I have to fight alongside the NPCs in battle for us to get closer. That's cool, you know? That I like that. That's nice. No one's gonna say that, you know? Just because I don't like, so if you're doing a challenge run where you're trying to see that, like, can I do each boss, whatever, you probably don't care about completing NPC quest lines, so that doesn't affect you in any way whatsoever. If you're trying to immerse yourself in the experience of the game, then it makes sense that you fight alongside the NPC to, progress their quest line. That's cool. That's nice. Yumi and Yord are the only good goons in LoL. That's not true. Zoe exists. Beans, you disgust me. Guilty as charged. I wish Dark Souls 2 took inspiration from Black Souls 2 and let us put her in a bunny suit. I think one of those games came after, I think Black Souls 2 took a lot of inspiration from Dark Souls 2, seeing as some of the bosses in that game are straight up just Dark Souls 2 bosses. You can solo, then ascetic and summon, so it cancels out. Exactly. Literally. Oh my god, it's a good mechanic. It is a great mechanic. Using summons on new game is being a pussy, but this is the game with bonfire. Exactly. You can refight the boss in the same run if you want. Such a non-issue. Also, I'll talk about the quest lines in the video, but
times to finish the quest. That takes away from a lot of the satisfaction of beating the bosses.
No, it doesn't.
Like, a lot of the fun of playing the Souls games is 1v1ing the boss.
You can refight it.
They make you summon an ally just to be able to complete the
quest
line.
Almost like you gotta hang out with the ally.
That's a downgrade.
To
also,
finish
the characters
the ally
are less memorable than the first game.
Would not say that. Characters like Solaire, Big Cat Logan, and Maneater Mildred. Most of the actual NPC quest lines themselves exactly the same thing, same way, and ended the same way as well. There are a few every quest line in DX1 is just, okay, buy stuff from shop, cool, give item, cool, epic. All right, now they go hollow and die, kill them. That's literally all of them without fail, except for like 2. But it's not good. They're memorable because they're funny, but I'm gonna be honest. Solaire's questline, it's okay, but it's not that good, Solaire is a memorable character, but like I said, other than like Solaire and Big Hat Logan and like Sigurd, Sigurd is other one, but those are pretty much the three ones I can, like, off the top of my head remember. And buddy, I remember the character, not the quest line. Like, you're not gonna be like, ooh, I remember having to do this and this. Like, no, man, But in Dark Souls 2, there's so many more, Finally able to catch your stream. No way. Is too unknown. Welcome back, Gutsy. Glad to see you. She wasn't in the meta. Forgot about Zoe, my bad. She wasn't in the meta for a while. The gooning meta? We're keeping track of the gooning meta? Fascinating. Only Siegmeyer's questline was good. Lautrec is good too for me, but in DS2, not only are the characters just as endearing as
I do like Gavilan though. He's
Gavilan's cool, yeah.
Who doesn't like Gavilan? But you have far more variety in the quest lines. You got Luke.
Did you just say verity instead of variety?
Just as endearing as in the first game, but you have far.
I have an accent, okay? Please be kind to me.
Far more variety.
Annie's right there. Annie's okay. She's not as hot as Zoe's. Literally barefoot, dude. Like, you're gonna tell me, oh, Annie's right there, she's wearing shoes. Zoe's right there, she's barefoot and a brat, okay? And can, like, give you a portal job, okay? Annie has, like, a bear. Okay, whatever you say, dude.
In the quest lines.
Yeah.
You got Lucatiel, basically the Solaire equivalent.
Bro, he looked away when the goons happened.
The conflict between Pate and Creighton is such a cool idea for a quest line.
Okay, just gonna say it. Pate clears Patches. Pate low-key better. Pate is better than Patches. Alright, Patches, quest line, he just kicks you down, go sell merch like a little Jew in the friggin' Firelink Shrine. Goated Pate has his little war going on with Creighton, and then you choose who you... So much better. It's just better. Zoe also has hotter skins. True. And getting to...
Well, I will say
What's the other one? Frick. The lead girl, the like Brer or something. I forgot her name. The like barefoot one that's like dark and evil. I stopped playing League at that point. There's also the furry one. That one's also hot. Those are the 4 hottest ones. Ari is also pretty hot.
the Peyton Crane thing is kind of interesting just because they built it into the level design
Mhm.
instead of just having, you know,
Brer is my main. I love her feet.
Oh my god, I've
Goated.
forgotten all the names. The asshole will kick you off the cliff for the 50th time. I did my memory.
Beans, why didn't you mention the best NPC, Laddersmith? I didn't have time, but you're right. Laddersmith guy, you know he's goated because he comes back in DS3. Like, that guy is awesome. So true, Tiger. Beaner of the Day award.
He's gone. I can't even remember his name. That's crazy. Chat will say it immediately.
It's great.
Yeah, Patches. Yeah,
Oh,
I
you're
forgot
Patches.
name.
The other
Who to
guy.
side with at the end makes for such a great finale.
Or I don't know.
You could kill them both, I guess. The assassinations you could do for Navlan.
I like this-
Don't even
these
get
ones a
me
lot.
started on the whole Dark Lurker quest line.
Yeah, but that's not. That has nothing to do with like any of the NPCs.
Yes, it does. Oh my gosh. The freaking. Oh, you gotta talk to the guy in the wheelchair to start the Dark Lurker quest line. What are you talking about? That one is literally. Oh, dude. Welcome back, Gutsy, for reestablishing your premium beanerhood. Glad to have you back. Silver rank, no less. Thank you so much. I guess you do deserve 1 meow. Only 1, though. I did it. Well, Patches is a funny character. I do agree with Pate and Creighton's beef is great. I love them so much. I like how they turned them into they turned them into a little match of girls yaoi in Black Souls 1. That was pretty funny.
Being interesting. Yes, this.
You know, what I love best about Black Souls is that you can really tell like Toro is like a massive Dark Souls 2 fan. Because I think he references Dark Souls 2 the most out of all the Souls games. Like if you just look at it, you know, there's a lot of, you know, there's just a ton of references to Dark Souls. The Executioner's Chariot is in Lorena's arena, like Lorena's castle. There's another one in the DLC 3. I forgot what it was, but there's a moment in DLC 3 which is literally just a moment from what is it? It's something in the nursing home graveyard. Is literally just something ripped straight out of Dark Souls 2. You have the frickin' fairy tale with I forgot the name of it. The tortoise and the hare is literally just Creighton and Pate. Goated. So goated. Mike cut out the meow. It's been over. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try again later. Mr. Rant's gonna listen to you in the background while I work. Work well. I hope you enjoy my great sounds. Unknown. Snowfield. Snowfield as well. Yes. The whole Snowfield area. Have you made a Dark Souls 1 video? No, but I made a Black Souls 1 video.
Being a secret boss is cool. That is cool.
No, yeah, for sure.
And it actually is one of the few challenging bosses in the game, but
It is.
But I don't think
I kind
the
of-
NPC is even slightly interesting. The dark.
It
dude
is
who
tied
sits in
to
the
an
chair.
NPC.
Yeah, who the fuck? What's his even name? What's his name? I don't fucking know.
Lurker quest line. DS2 is nothing but back-to-back bangers in this department. I will admit the Covenants are a bit of a downgrade. I mean, sure, you can serve the Rat King, but there's a severe lack of giant.
I agree
women
with
to
this.
simp over.
I agree
One
with
of
this.
the few things Dark Souls.
I
3
agree with this. Is my own opinion. I'm so narcissistic. I'm sorry, guys. I will say one of my few complaints about the NPCs in DS2 is the Covenants are actually kind of lame. Like the Bell Tower is fun, I guess, but none of the characters tied to them is like, okay, if I see a woman, I'm coveting myself to the woman. Okay, like come on. Which is the better Black Souls, 1 or 2? 2 because it has Lorena. 2 because it has Lorena, Bill, and Margaret, and they're the hottest characters in that game. Serpent King's pretty high up there too.
Of giant women to simp over. One of the few things Dark Souls 3 managed to fix, I suppose.
Not really.
Game progression is sort of the inverse.
That's
of
not,
this
the Covenants. Listen, the Covenants in Dark Souls 3 are better than those. I don't like Dark Souls. I like Dark Souls 3. It is my least favorite Souls game, but it is not a bad game. But the Covenants in Dark Souls 3 are objectively better than the ones in 2, I'd say. They're more memorable, they're cooler, what you can do in them is better, the rewards are better. No, man, I'm sorry. You're low-key forcing me to fight against Dark Souls 2. They should bring back grave lording someday. I agree. Hello, Beans. Congratulations on becoming used good. What does that mean? Huh? That is what? What's that supposed to mean?
Time around,
Hello,
you start the
Yeshi.
game by finding 4 powerful souls before
That's
then
true.
progressing to venture further into Dranglet Castle. The world
Covenants
isn't as
were great.
intricate
See, here's the thing though. Like,
Wait, I gotta read what the Beaner has to say. Covenants were great. Wish we still had those, so I could beat people who like Ronnie up. I guess you're beating me or failing, because I have the strength of Ronnie's blessing. I want to yeah, we should have had Covenant so I could join Ronnie's Covenant. I don't know, lick your feet.
obviously, Dark Souls 2.
The world isn't as
Beans, Synthetic Man is saying the DS3 woman is way too small still. Okay, kind of base then. I agree with that, but at least they gave us a woman, okay? I'm desperate. DS2 didn't give us any woman covenants. If there was a covenant with the cat, then yeah, sure. W covenant. But no, there isn't. So we don't have anything is what I'm saying. Dark Souls 3, at least they gave us something, dude. We got Rosaria. We got the one I showed off in the video. You got 2 choices, okay, man? That's not as much as serving Guinevere, but at least it's something. It's an improvement.
See, here's the thing though. Like, obviously, Dark Souls 2.
Okay.
isn't as intricate.
See, here's the thing though. Like, obviously, Dark Souls 2 is more polished, like in completeness. Like, it's more of a consistent quality. I mean, than Dark Souls 1. But
Yeah,
it does have a
W
similar
cat.
problem to Dark Souls 1, where it just kind of falls off a bit past certain point.
I wouldn't
Like, I
agree
do
with that
think
at
the
all.
first half of Dark Souls 2 are more. It's more than half, just like Dark Souls 1. It's more than half. People always say half. But once you get the 4 Lord Souls, it does become just kind of linear and less interesting.
I'd say it becomes more linear. You're right. That's not a bad thing necessarily. I think it's a bad thing in the case of Dark Souls 3 because the entirety of that game is linear. And it's not, it's not one it's the illusion of choice and it's all linear. Dark Souls 2 starts non-linear, then goes linear for its climax. That's fine. Okay, they gave us some freedom. At the end, they're like, okay, and it makes sense in the story. Dark Souls 3, there's no reason that world should be so linear. It just is. Dark Souls 1, yeah, you're just traversing why did I say it like that? You're traversing Dranglet Castle, and then you're going. Yeah, it makes sense. You're going through to recover like King Vendrick's body. That makes sense. Completely logical. Dark Souls 3, less so. So I can see where he's coming from, but I don't concur. I think the approach Dark Souls 2 had, where it starts with like more open, and then at the end it's like, okay, you got everything you need. Now it's time to do the thing you gotta do. Then it makes sense, as opposed to Dark Souls 1, where you have this more open-ended, and then at the end it's just pretty much backtracking. It's not more linear in Dark Souls 1, it's just backtracking. It becomes more Demon Souls-like, but you can do the 5 paths in any order you want. Exactly. I wish we got something like the Fair Lady as a covenant in Black Souls. The Fair Lady, like you want like a corpse, like a dying blind woman. That's kind of cute. In Black Souls 2, what are the covenants of Black Souls 2? Lorena, the most Fair Lady like I'd say is not really Lorena. Lorena's just kind of like Guinevere. She's just kind of a queen. But I like all the covenants in Black Souls 2. They're all pretty good. The only one I'd say is kind of or like I don't really care about is the Mad Hatter and Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Just because the Mad Hatter is kind of nothing. Dormouse and I forgot her name, the White Rabbit that loves sex are both way better than her, but they're not the Covenant leader. And Tweedledee is, I forgot which one is the one that is I forgot which the lesbian is, but she's so annoying. Like she's just so unbelievable. You're like low key having receives the most diabolical head on the planet, and you just have the cuck on the chair being like, I don't really like this guy you invited into the room. Can you get him out of here? I was low key kissing. I was giving sloppy to my girlfriend. Okay, my sister, not Node. Node is not the lamest covenant. You're just saying that because she's like loyal, but I like Node. I got nothing against. She's not the best, but I got nothing against Node. She's like the Emerald Herald. She's just loyal and always by your side. Griffey and Mock Turtle? No, that's different. I hate Griffey, but I have nothing against Mock Turtle. Other than like she's kind of a pussy, but it's fine. She's like, I guess she can cry. I don't like Griffey. I kill Griffey every time I play Black Souls 2, and then Mock Turtle is like, oh, I can't wait for my girlfriend to come back, and then it's like she's not coming back. I murdered her, and then she like kills herself. But that's unfortunate. That's life, I guess. Tweedles can go to hell and stay there. Why are we talking Black Souls? Why not? Node is best. That's high bar. I don't know about that. Best one is Lorena. Best Covenant? Probably either if we're talking just the Covenant girls, either Lorena, Bill, or Dodo.
Interesting. I think the travel back in time thing could have been cool, but
I concur.
I don't know. It didn't feel fleshed out.
Not a Bean stream
but
without Black
that was
Souls.
probably
Never
the
used
only...
Node. Yeah, because she's useless.
I mean, the dragon,
but she's cute.
the dragon place looks cool, but the actual level is, I don't know, nothing. It's
level's
just
cool.
a kind of a nothing level.
I like the level. The whole ziplining mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, it's better. Like, it doesn't fall off. Like
I don't
a
frick
cliff
with
like
women
Dark
much.
Souls 1,
Okay,
but
then Bill's
it is
perfect for
less
you. He's a
interesting
man.
than the idea of you get to pick one of these 4 paths.
I'm one of the few Griffey enjoyers. She's such a goy. She's so stupid. I hate her. She gets psyoped once by Prickett, and then she's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go murder Lorena and sleep with my girlfriend. Life has so much meaning now. It's like tries a BWC once, absolutely chimps out. Like, I hate her. She's so stupid. That's her literal quest line. She goes to Prickett's dumb concert, loves it so much, sleeps with Grim, and then just chimps out and kills everyone in the castle. She's so abhorrent. Worst character ever. I kill her every time I get to Queensland. Just unlovable Foyd.
And you can switch paths at any time, just go in any order you want, and then, if you get stuck, you just pick another path, and then you come back way higher level with better equipment. It just feels better designed. That's the best part. It's similar to Demon Souls, I guess, but
dude, I've never played Demon Souls. Maybe I should.
With Demon Souls, everything is a level, so you're not really exploring a world. Whereas Dark Souls 2, even if the world kind of breaks immersion, or it doesn't really make sense how you flow into each area,
it does.
It still is better than it just being separate levels, right? So I do like that. The Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2 way of doing things is interesting. I do think Dark Souls 1 is the best
Griff also kisses you without consent. I know, what a slut.
Easily. But the way Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2 do it is still good.
Connected as Dark Souls 1, but it isn't as linear as Dark Souls 3 either.
Wasn't that Jub Jub's chaos shenanigans? No, if you kill Jub Jub, she still does it. That is what I'm saying. That is a personal, overt choice she's making. Jub Jub has... I kill Jub Jub too. I don't really like her because she makes everyone go insane. And I'm sorry, but she's not hot enough to excuse that sort of behavior. Like if... I don't know, man. If... what's like a character that was like in that game that's like the same with Leaf. That's like Leaf is not hot enough to justify her actions. But if Lorena did it, if it was Lorena in the body of Jub, if Lorena did what Jub Jub did, then I'd be like, sure, my queen, may Wonderland fall into madness. But Jub Jub, nah, man, she's not hot enough to be pulling plays like that.
To 4 main paths that all split out from Majula. These paths have various points where they
Dude,
either
bird?
interconnect with one
Jub
another
Jub.
or lead into separate optional areas for you to explore. I do think overall it's a step down from Dark Souls 1's world design, at least the first half.
I'm humble.
I really wish they hadn't moved forward of fast travel being standard across the series, as it leads to less creative area design. A problem that would get much worse in the future, as can be seen in the abhorrent excuse for level design in DS3. But in the case of 2 specifically, it's still enjoyable. You're able to tackle all of the paths in whatever order you want. There is a suggested route for you to go down as
real. My friend is a huge Leaf fan. I think you should fix your friend, man. Beans, I'm scared you will end up like Finster. I'm not gonna become trans. I don't think that's the guy. That's the League streamer who turned trans. I'm not gonna do that, guys. I have my wits about me. Okay. I'm not saying I wouldn't do things, but that is not one of them. Jub has magnificent tits. 2 out of 10. Dodo exists. Dodo is better.
Some areas are clearly
Terran, you gotta
intended to
kill
be
your
played
friend
earlier
because
on
of
than
that
others,
opinion.
but it's not forced on you. I mean,
It's weird hearing Persona 4 music with fucking Dark Souls.
I ended up
Persona
doing
4 is
High
the best
Tower of
Persona.
Flame as
Persona
my
4
first area
second
on
best
my
game.
initial
Dark Souls 2
playthrough
best game.
Before even finding the first Estus flask.
I love
so
Persona
anything's
4.
Possible.
Rise
Now, as
best
for
girl.
the actual quality of these areas.
See, now you're hearing
They're
Persona
great.
5 music.
Dark Souls 2 easily has some of the best and most creative level design in the series.
No.
Bro's ready to be outed. You were like, gang squad this, gang squad that. Bro won't see reason. I like railroady. Oh my gosh, my voice. I like railroady experiences much more than open Metroidvania paths. It just has to be well designed, like Stormvale Castle, or Lucaria in the first DS3 DLC. The best part of Elden Rings are the legacy dungeons, like Stormvale and Lucaria and places like that. I say it all the time, but Elden Ring would have been better as a linear game. The worst parts of Elden Ring come from the open world. I don't really think it adds that much, it being open world. They could have made it. Okay, that's not true. It added a fat dollar amount to the to the sales figures, I suppose. But that's just because the masses like their slop. You put open world, it's like, oh, Dark Souls open world. Ooh, it's like the tiny little brain cells they finally connected. It's like, I guess I have to buy this game. But linear games are better. Hey Beans, can you set me up with a wife? You seem like a matchmaker type of guy. Naoto mogs them all, by the way. I guess you found your wife. I think Rise is better, but Naoto's definitely second best girl. Persona 4 is the best Persona game, and Rise is the best girl. W Beans. I wouldn't call Rise the best girl in all of Persona, because Lavenza exists, and Lavenza is better because she's 3 women in one, and all 3 of those women are really hot.
No.
Beans is the best.
No.
Aww.
No.
We'll see what you
No.
have to say.
This is the problem. There's always like, okay, this is a retarded opinion, because the only way
You haven't
can say
heard
Dark
the
Souls 2 is
opinion
best
yet.
one is if you have a retarded opinion somewhere.
Nato
and
is
we found it.
trans.
It's like no.
Of course, the
No,
Frenchman
yes, the
would say
areas
this.
have a lot of visual variety, and the level design of a few of them is pretty good. Like, I'm a huge fan of the Iron Keep. Like, the Iron Keep's up.
Iron Keep goated opinion, but you're gonna say something stupid, and we'll acknowledge that in a moment. Thank you so much, Coke. Very, very awesome. Oh wait, that wasn't Coke. Oh, I'm sorry. It's unknown. Very sorry about that, unknown. I thought for some reason it said Coke. I just kind of NTR'd you there. I'm very sorry. I don't know why it said that. Thank you so much, unknown, for the 20 freedom units. Love you too much, man. Hearing your yaps and rambles makes me laugh. Here, some money magic, man. 20 beautiful dollars. Thank you so much for the wonderful tasty treat. Yeah. That's enough to get me making cat noises. I did like that they tried the open world thing. There is some stuff that that could work. I just think they went too much for the size over density. Game should have been the first 3 areas and then the dragon area to finish the game. The second half of the world is really just feels like a copy and paste of the first. Hot. Let's go. I think that blunder deserves a double meow for compensation. Fine. Meow meow. You got 2. There you go. That's the double. And that wasn't even unknown asking for it. That was Get Down fighting for it. I guess he's your lawyer now. He's your Saul Goodman. Be happy for what you got, unknown. I'm happy. Breast smog is universal. Naoto fans are insane.
A lot of the zones are just so forgettable and bland.
It's just not true.
Like I can't even believe you just
I
fucking
can't
said
name a
this.
single Dark
One
Souls
of the
3
most
zone.
common complaints thrown around about Dark Souls 2 is that it has abhorrent level design. Each area is nothing but pure enemy spam. Yuck! A lie so bold and untrue, you'd think they orchestrated it. Are you an idiot? Do you have some sort of mental disability? Were you perhaps dropped at birth? Every time I see some troglodyte...
I just want to say I hate Mahler. I'm sorry. It's freaking Mahler's stupid video series that popularized the myth of like, oh, the Gang Squad. You see footage. Have you seen Mahler's gameplay? That man is a troglodyte. That man does not know how to play the game. He bum rushes, it runs completely through area, reaches massive button with 30 enemies following him, presses button to trigger slow animation, gets absolutely stomped to death. Oh, this game's level design is so bad. I can't believe I can't just skip it. Inside the twisted and sick mind of a Dark Souls 2 hater, you know? It's actually if I could go inside their mind, it's a labyrinth that no one could escape from. Mahler is a lobotomite. He genuinely is. I don't know anything else about Mahler. No hate to him, but his Dark Souls 2 video is so bad. All of them. Giving it a second thought, BS2 has a lot of DS2 love in it. It just shows Toro is always based real. This little cat noise has got me acting up. Ooh. Oh my. Okay, while I would love to stay and listen to your schizoid rants, Beans, my splitting headache makes this hard to watch. So good night, y'all. Don't worry, House. The VOD will always be here for you. TBH, the DLC perfected the open world. It feels like a Giga dungeon instead of concentrated snowfields too. I haven't played the DLC for Elden Ring. I've wanted to though.
The gameplay in question shows them
We need an
blindly running through the area.
Yeah,
like
this is Mahler footage, by the
racism.
way.
The gameplay in question shows them blindly running through the area. Like
Is
a
this
chicken
guy?
fed-
What was that? Is this guy stupid?
cut off. No, Sherlock. If you ignore all the levels,
Look at this guy.
beeline
Look at
to
this
the boss,
troglodyte.
The game's gonna punch.
Footage unrelated, I guess. I don't know what you're trying to debunk by just showing random again. Just
Random. It's like it's Mr. Dark Souls 2 bad. From his womb came out the army of Dark Souls 2 haters. It's not unrelated footage. Okay, this is the gameplay of anyone who says enemy gank. I'm willing to reckon this is your gameplay, Mr. Synthetic Man.
keep hallway. No, there's multiple points. In fact, this level's one of them where the enemies aggro you from across the fuck.
No, they don't. They come at you one at a time. They literally come at you one at a time. If you take each one out one by one in the room associated with that enemy, you will never deal with more than one enemy, maybe an archer, at a time. This is one of the most fair areas you could possibly imagine. It is. They have very obvious aggro points. There are doors marking the next room. It could not be more simple.
Fucking universe. Like the samurai assholes, when you step into the first open zone here, will chase you cross fucking map. If you die after you lower the
Yeah, if you can also do like the genius, just saying genius goaded play. You can also not run past them and ignore them and kill them. You know, as one would in a game. Half the routing in this area was dropping guys into lava or luring them into traps. Things the game promotes you to do, you know? Because the area design is very clever. Delightful Goon Corner, as always. Wow. Glad you enjoy it. Very topical profile picture, I see. Part of the charm of Run Blacks is clearing the gauntlet of countless enemies with less health lost and finding a way to evade our pursuers before the fog wall. Exactly! This is State of Americas, where the Stakes of Americas were the worst idea introduced to the series. It completely cuts out the entire point of, you know, okay, you have an area, then you have the boss. So you gotta worry about the area. Because then when you get to the boss, you gotta save resources in the area. Like, okay, you just get rid of all of that. Oh yeah, that's what I'm here for, the debunking.
bridge in this place, you literally have like 10 guys chasing you. Like,
If
just-
you're stupid, why are
like,
you running?
holy shit,
Why are you
calm
running?
down. Like, what? And that's not even counting like the ambush ones. There's multiple ambush encounter ones, like in Lost Bastille. There's that when you open that one door and they literally just have like 20 dudes run at you.
Okay, you mean 20 dudes in a room full of explosive barrels where you can shoot an explosive barrel that kills 20 dudes at the same time? There's so many 20, there's like 20 dudes. All of them have one hit point, die to one hit. This room is full of explosive barrels. I wonder what I should do. I truly do wonder. Maybe I can use the environment to my advantage. Maybe the reason there's so many dudes here is because I'm supposed to use the freaking exploding barrels all throughout the Lost Bastille to kill them. Dark Souls 2 haters, man. Dark Souls 2 haters. Just actual Dark Souls 2 hater, you know? I got through Iron Keep literally barehanded by aggroing enemies one at a time. Exactly. Literally. There's stakes for all the good runbacks, and then you're forced to do the Blizzard X. What? Do Goyim really? Do they really? I remember hating a section in the old Iron King where you drop into a room of 2 lava giants and like 3 dudes with double axes. You are aware that exact same. First of all, it's 2 lava giants, and well, 3. You don't drop into the only room you drop into from the stairs is the one with 1 axe guy and 1 giant, and it also has 2 flaming fires that you can easily use to kill those enemies in 1 hit.
Like it's actually ridiculous. Like what do you mean? You're gonna throw just spam 20 guys? Like
It's not
this is a Kratos
spam.
level someone like a 12-year-old made?
You don't even need to shoot the barrels. The swordsmen will blow themselves up. Yes, but a bad Dark Souls 2 player, aka a Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne fan, will not know that and will instead directly get within melee distance of the guy carrying the barrel and blow himself up.
One issue. Dark Souls 2 is a much slower game than the other installments in the series. Now, this isn't a bad thing. It's more of a matter of preference.
I
If you
prefer the
Well,
slower
it's a problem
style.
when the bosses are easier than the area. The bosses are
Oh
usually
my gosh,
the
that is
highlight in these games.
No, it isn't. No, oh my god. Hold my LARP. No, no, that is not true. Especially at this point. That is something that only became true a little bit with Dark Souls 2 and then definitely with Dark Souls 3. You are not going to look me straight in the face and tell me that Dark Souls 1 is known for the big highlight is the boss fights. Ignore the DLC. Okay? Most of the boss fights in Dark Souls 1, especially capping areas, are just okay. The base game Dark Souls 1, the only boss fight I would look at and say, yeah, this is excellent, is Ornstein and Smo. And that marks like the halfway point of the game. So sure, it'd be a exception. Capra Demon, mid. Taurus Demon, mid. Gwyn, the final boss, mid. Gwendolyn, mid. I'm not saying they're bad boss fights, but you're not going to sit here and tell me, Dark Souls 1, known for... No, it's known for its areas. The areas were the focus. In Dark Souls 1, level design was the focus, which is why the second half of the game is kind of iffy, because the areas aren't as good, and the boss fights are also just as mid. So that's the problem with it. Dark Souls 2, known for its areas. It's the areas. Just like Dark Souls 1. Boss fights are better. They definitely had more spectacle to them. Alright? In Dark Souls 1, you can tell they were trying to make boss fights that looked cooler, that were cooler, that felt cooler, you know? Ivory King in the DLC. That's like mad presentation. By the point where we get to Dark Souls 3, sure. Sure, Dark Souls 3 especially, the areas are definitely not the focus. They want you to be in that room fighting that boss. Dude, the Pontiff Sullivan, it's like, oh, dude, you know, it's Slave Knight Gale. You got like a ton of fights. Dark Souls 3 is the focus is on these cinematic-ass boss fights. When we get to Elden Ring, no way, dude. Areas... yesterday's deal. We care about these like super intricate multiple phase, like advanced behavior freaking boss fights. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you are straight up LARPing if you sit here and tell me that in the time of release, the Souls games were known for their boss fights, or their focus was their boss fights at the time of Dark Souls 2. No, that is untrue. That is just objectively a false statement. Ornstein and Smo is great. Gaping Dragon is awesome. It's an okay fight. The Hydra on the Ash, that's not a boss. Quelaag is really cool too. There's a couple. I'd say Quelaag's okay. I'd say the Hydra isn't a boss fight. That doesn't count. And the Gaping Dragon is okay. Quelaag and Ornstein and Smo are both good. But Gaping Dragon it's okay. I never finished DS3. DLCs, should I? You definitely should. The DLCs of DS3. The areas are better than the base game. I like them. They're not as good as DS2, but they're okay. But the bosses are genuinely excellent. I'm not going to spoil them if you haven't done it. But some of the boss fights in there. The one girl that if you know, you know. And the one guy if you know, you know. They're amazing. And the dragon fight too. They're really good. Beans raging and spitting facts about DS1 and 2 while Synth copes and Soy's out. MH better than D's for boss fight game, in my opinion. Monster Hunter, I've never played Monster Hunter. I can't really say. Pontiff Sullivan is probably my least favorite boss. Freaking Beyblade, his second phase is really fun, though. I loved him. He's probably my favorite boss. In the base game,
Dark
at
Souls
least.
2, you can one try like a lot of the bosses.
It's not the
going in the
focus.
game blind, not this one because of the poison mechanic. Most people are not gonna like figure out the whole torch
That's true.
thing with the windmill. So, but a lot of the bosses you can feasibly one.
I don't
try.
like the Ring
Slower,
City in
more
DS3
methodical.
seemed really rushed, and Meteor is overrated, but the Ice DLC is one of the best areas ever created. I wouldn't go that far, but it is a good area. And Meteor is overrated, but it's a fun boss, and I saw artwork of Meteor depicted as like a dragon lolly, and I thought that was really cute. Possibly funny.
Combat, or the faster, more reaction-based approach. Of the
Pontiff
newer
is like a
FromSoft
proto Elden Ring
titles.
boss.
But
That's
it
fair.
does mean that you can't approach Dark Souls 2 the same way you'd approach those.
Yeah, look at
games.
this.
If you take your time, slowly
Yeah,
going
like
through
this.
an area, taking note of your surroundings,
Doing magic,
to
by
avoid
the way,
getting
so
ambushed,
it's,
you'll notice how the so-called
a bit
issue
harder,
of
'cause I can't
enemy
stagger
spam
that well.
Isn't a problem. The game
I mean, that's just not. You can just say whatever the fuck you want.
It's
not true, though.
you
I mean,
can't you can't makes point, shows footage that proves point. Yeah, but if I cross my arms like a freaking story time animated YouTuber and just close my eyes, then is it really true though? I hate this guy.
There just is higher enemy density, and because the enemies have, high aggro range.
Oh my gosh. There being more enemy density doesn't matter when the level design is built around it. High aggro range. Buddy, what high aggro range? You're just running through the area.
That's what happens. Yeah, if you play the game at a slug crawl, you won't get jumped every 5 minutes. You'll just get jumped every
It's just
10
like
minutes.
your opinion,
Wow,
man.
big difference.
Also, nice
rewards
pause
being
spot.
thorough. A lot of the more
I like Seven Deadly Sins. If only it was good.
problematic areas people love to complain about.
Like-
You can destroy all the posing statues here, and they won't come back unless you die. By the way, just saying.
Yeah, this is another one. Like, you walk 10 feet, and a bunch of dudes are, like, in this one
In this one specific, I'll let him talk.
specifically, okay, let's say hypothetically you just walk backward instead of forward, which makes sense. All the fucking statues,
You
and
can
then
break
it's like,
them.
oh, well, why didn't you chop the head off of
Mhm.
literally every statue? Oh, do I want to waste 20 minutes running?
You can, you see my inventory. I know you can't see it. Hina's blocking it. Sorry, Hina. I gotta move you for a second. You see what that is? Dragon charms. It's called coming to the poison area with items that let you get rid of your poison. That's kind of cool. Why don't you come prepared to the area? You have fast travel. You can gear up before you come here. But the poison status effect, that it's not toxic. It doesn't take out 10 hit points every second. It's relatively slow. I don't know. What if I eat a life gem? I just eat a life gem, so that way my healing over time goes against the damage over time, and when I make it to the end, I use my dragon charm. I can heal up, and then bam, I get my hit points back, and I get rid of the poison. Easy plan, right? That way you don't need to. Or if you're more patient, you can break all the statues. You can also do that. It saves between. Oh my gosh, man! This is the game made for people that think. That's the problem. I've been cursed with this ginormous brain. It's just who's your favorite Dark Souls dragon boss fight? Probably Sin. Not gonna lie. I hate Seven Deadly Sins. It's dog crap, but the girls are cute and I like the art style. They're very plump and soft. Diane's the best girl because she's a giantess. I just bombed those statues. You walk 10 feet and an enemy comes out of a pool of flammable tar. I know, it's like enemy comes out of area that can easily be used to kill it. They come out one at a time in 10-second increments because their spawn animation takes so long. Life gems are crutches for bad players. They're part of the game design, Coke, If you don't want to use them, that's fine. But you can, I'm just telling you, the game gives you options. You're just doing the Dark Souls 1 thing where you complain about people summoning, okay? They're part of the game design, dude. Go. Thank you, Mr. Anime Nugget. Very cool. Yeah, but if I'm wrong, but pretend like I'm right and say random stuff, people
Around
will
and
believe
hitting
me.
a bunch of statues so I don't get poisoned. Like, fuck you. You're a fucking bug. You're a bug man if you do that shit. No, who does that? No one does that. That's
You're
stupid.
bad. You're bad. You're
It's
just bad.
literally a waste of time.
Even have unique ways of dealing with enemy encounters to quickly and efficiently take them out. There's
And this motherfucker's using magic in this footage too, so you're a bitch made for that shit.
Magic is cool. Magic, especially in DS2, hexes, magic is cool. I'm not taking this int slander, okay? Ugh, magic? What's wrong with you? What are you, some sort of nerd? You're just ignoring the boss fight. Magic is too powerful. Takes out stupid strength sword. Freaking stagger breaks Sister Freed. Gets a repose attack and kills her in 2 hits. Buddy, I'm sorry, strength is busted. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a strength build, but if your problem with magic is that it's busted, you're stupid. You're genuinely blacked. Okay? Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to the product, BBC. Magic is easy mode. You play strength, you don't get to say that. Unless you exclusively do Dark Souls 2 Soul Level 1 ladle runs, I don't want to hear it, you know? Your opinion is worthless. Everyone's playing on easy mode.
Like, magic is
Because it's
there's
so...
a reason. I think part of the fucking reason that later Souls games, the enemies became so aggressive, had so high attack tracking, was to try and balance out how gay and retarded magic is. Because magic has never been balanced in these games.
Hello, Chillpedia.
So of course they had to make the enemies jump across the screen to hit you, just so the bitch ass.
No,
mage
the enemies have
motherfuckers still
interesting
get hit.
movements.
It's just, I don't know, it's so bad. You could make like a 5-hour long video on how encounter design, enemy AI, all that shit is just gone down the shitter. The enemy design in general is just so much worse the later the series went.
I play quality / faith. Faith is also magic, dude. Faith is also like magic. That also count. If you have a problem with sorceries, but you're like, oh no, miracles though. It's like, dude, you know, I'm just being. I don't know, man. Playing. Like, listen, man. Playing Faith, doing miracles, and complaining about sorceries is like being a furry and complaining about lolicons or something, man. It's like, I'm sorry, man. The strength and dex chads aren't gonna like you anymore. All right, it's like, no, I'm not like that nerd over there. Okay, I shoot lightning out of my fingers. It's different. It's okay, man. Whatever you say. Are you comfy, my juicy goober? That's the worst one I've ever received ever, actually. You know. Please just call me a slut instead. Faith is also magic. LARPing Faith? Beans? Unbelievable. I don't like Faith. I would never LARP it. I think it's boring. I would never LARP Faith. I'm just telling you, you're not any better than I am. Okay, Coke? I know you don't like hearing it, but it's true. Bro, watching your stream gave me a spanking and bondage kink. What have you done? I don't like either of those things, so I don't think that's my fault. I think you're being very unfair to me by at all claiming that has nothing to do with me, you know? It's that, don't you dare, you know. Dark Souls 2 is better than Elden Ring. Thank you, Grim the Chosen Undead. Guys, what can I say? He's a based guy. It's Grim Black Souls in the chat just saying truths. This part in the Forest of Fallen Giants. Lolly bonds you. Okay, fine. You can make anything hot like that
all the time. But
Well, I've never seen that, but I also am not in like Dark Souls 2 discussion forums over a decade after release. But
touche.
no, I don't know. Yeah, that one would definitely be on you, because it's not like they all get up as soon as you enter the area.
they only rise if you walk over their bodies.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if you're careful with your positioning and take them
This,
out
but for
one
the
at a
whole game.
time.
I feel like he's straw manning. I haven't seen anyone complain about this.
It's literally a point Mahler brings up. Ugh, I hate Mahler. But Mahler has genuinely mind broken me. genuinely mind broken, man. Oh my gosh. I feel like the freaking girl at the end of the what's the name of the freaking dojin of like the girl with the glasses, and like at the end she's just looking at the mirror. That's literally me right now, except Josuke isn't here.
With them pretty effectively. There's
Where is he
tons
dead
of unique
inside?
interactions
Grim
like
being
this. The
evil as
spiders in
usual.
Brightstone's Cove will flee from you if you're holding a torch.
Yo, who's the top left on the goon corner? That's just like I don't know, random, some artist is OC wearing the Desert Sorceress set.
The knights. And
Imagine,
the
yeah, that one.
That's not the problem with the spiders in Brightstone Cove. The problem with the spiders with Brightstone Cove is that their fucking attacks are, well, I don't know what else to call them, but just buggy. And
The spiders are buggy, you say? I wonder why. I really wonder why. You're telling me the spiders are buggy? Man, what else do you want them to be, dude? They're spiders. Come on, dude.
where
Fork
they'll just
found in
have
kitchen?
these massive lingering hitboxes, like a year after they attack, where like they'll do their big stab, and then you walk forward, and then you get hit after the animation.
Me when I
And
make up
the
enemies in my
human
head to
ones,
fight against.
the ones that are like humanoids with the spider on their back, they can hit you after they die. Like the little that might be intentional, but it's still annoying. Where you hit them and then they'll like stab you and do damage after.
Shrine won't fight you if you take out the big guys. The sorcerers in the Shrine of Amana can easily be dealt with by using ranged attacks.
That's true.
Okay, so pigeonholing people into a specific play style is your idea of a good game.
You don't have to. I'm not telling you to go in, use a freaking soul vessel, and respec into decks and shoot them with bows. I'm telling you, use one of the multiple throwing items you have access to kill them. It's you don't have to. You have options to deal range damage that don't require changing your play style. Just throw freaking knives at them, man. Knives are really good in this game. You can throw knives at them, man. You have items. Dark Souls 2 has the widest variety of items. What did you think of the newest episode of Bleach? I don't watch Bleach, but I'm sure it was good or it was bad. Whichever you agree with. I like seeing black girls getting bleached. Based? Spiders are arachnids, actually. Seems like a bug to me.
Design in an RPG. I heavily disagree. Even though I also did the same thing the first time I beat this
Also,
level.
just want to say, not to like zerk myself off for a moment here, but goated footage of myself dodging every sorcerer, by the way. Just to look at that. Like, actually, I'm such a good gamer. Can we just praise me for a second?
Okay,
Okay,
so
whatever he was saying.
an
go.
RPG.
Hello,
I
Beans.
heavily disagree.
Howdy,
Even though I
moi.
also did the same thing
Knives are
the
goated.
first time I beat this level. But that's why people don't like it. That's an argument why it's bad, not why it's good.
And these aren't like super obscure secrets and hidden or anything like that.
I bet you don't know hidden bodies in the Shrine of Amana, and you can use that to avoid them aggroing so fast because you use magic as just a projectile into bigger projectile. No, I use it to buff my sword too. But I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Anyone paying attention to their surroundings can
Fine, I will
easily
sniff
pick
your
up on
pit
these
as
things,
praise.
which is exactly
Hot?
what the game trains you to do. Dark Souls 2 is a game that rewards you for paying attention to your surroundings.
Mimics
Now,
in this game are the
complaint
coolest.
that the Goyim will say on this issue is you can't be
Hit
expected
Mauler.
to deal with enemies in between every boss attempt.
Mauler
Yes,
hate,
you
let's go.
can. I hate this notion that the difficulty
Sister
of the
freed
Souls
feet!
I actually do agree with this part. This part I do agree with, absolutely. Putting a bonfire right before every boss was a mistake because it gave them an excuse to make
Based.
them way too hard.
Based.
should be entirely dependent on the boss fights. It's like they think Dark Souls should be some sort of boss rush game. Just skip the area altogether.
Low key,
and give us
I should play this game. I should
think
stream this
Dark
game.
Souls should be some sort of boss rush game. Just skip the
I should would you guys watch me stream Chud Man? Astolfo? Dude, would. Roachman is down there. Dude, that's not Roachman, that's just a Turkish guy.
area altogether and give us a boss selector.
Yeah, they
by
do
function.
act like that.
That's how we end up with the literal straight lines that pass off as areas in DS3.
What is chat's verdict on Synth? Okay, guys, so far, I guess we'll put up a poll. Okay? Is Synth based? Yes or no? Just easy question right there, guys. You guys get to ask.
3. Level
Door
design is
mimics? Genius idea. Can we actually, I need to have Shriekly with Astolfori. I need to give Astolfo head. I read someone said that. I don't know who. Someone said that.
Just as
One of
if
you
not
guys said
more
that.
important than bosses
Gay.
in some cases. You aren't supposed to be able to just effortlessly run through the area to reach the boss fight.
It is a
Part
real
of the
game, yes.
difficulty
Chudman
comes
is
from
real.
The fact that there's
I hate that he's using magic in this. I feel like the fact that he's doing a magic build.
Okay, I do want to say I did know that there would be some reaction to me doing magic. That's part of. I did kind of do it to rage bait. I was asking for it, so don't feel too bad. But then again, problem troll face or something. How about a fog cane mimic? I love that idea.
Wise talking
Fog
about
wall
this.
mimic.
Makes me hate everything about his opinion more. Where it's like, yeah, now imagine doing this, playing the game properly with the sword and board. Like
I've done that.
Remove all the other options.
whole-ass
They
area
shouldn't
to
even be in the
clear
game.
before reaching the boss. An area that could cost you valuable resources to reach, thus causing you to have to face the boss.
Dude,
cost you-
strength cucks when they have to run through and jump over that instead of, Chadley standing in the back and killing the woman from afar. Could never be me. Literally strength cucks, am I right?
valuable resources to reach, thus causing you to have to face the boss in a weaker state than
There
you
was
would
a
have otherwise.
boss
Do
door
I take
mimic
my
and enter the
time,
gungeon.
take
Enter
out
the
all
gungeon
enemies
mentioned,
before
gem.
the boss, potentially costing
I love
some
that fight.
Estus and
This is actually, I hate looking at this gameplay. That is actually making me mad. It's actually
What?
making me mad. I need to stop.
Oh, is that
looking
a
and
heavy
just
soul,
listen,
Ariel?
Because watching him spam magic is pissing me off.
Elcas.
You see the I have like 2 of the funny magic restoration consumables in my inventory. What was that about pigeonholing people into a play style? Strength cucks, tisk tisk tisk, to be expected. People don't even play magic correctly. I freaking hate when I see people playing magic as just a more damaging bow and arrow. I have the greatsword and melee spells too, Coke. Don't worry.
Do I risk the dash?
It would be okay if magic wasn't so lame in Dark Souls, but it really is lame as shit.
It's
Like,
not.
you
It's
think
kinda
of,
fun.
I think of Kingdoms of Amalur.
It's lame in
think-
Dark Souls 1, sure, but Dark Souls 2 and 3, no. Dark Souls 2 magic is excellent. Dark Souls 3, it's okay. It's better than Dark Souls 1. There's more options. Driving back home, love you beans. I need to sleep. You breedable fluffy cat. A cat is fine too. Ooh. We frick cats in this community. Cat girls are made for BHC. Yours unknown. He's actually seething. Is he coping though?
Of well, I wouldn't say Dragon's Dogma is the best example, just because Dragon's Dogma
Haven't played
you have
it.
to stand still for 10 seconds to
Kinda
cast the
based?
giant, ultra powerful spells.
Kind of based.
Obviously, the novelty of that wears off after a
I
little
think that's
while,
cool.
but it's still more impressive.
Making
I
you
feel like a
stand
lot
still.
of the magic is just pew pew pew, which kind of adds on to the lameness.
And possibly lose a large chunk of my HP and potentially die on my way there. You also have clever shortcuts you're able to unlock to make
I never understood why people complained about other people interacting with a mechanic of the game. No, I completely understand that, because if you play Persona 3 Reload, you're gay and stupid. You should be playing Persona 3 FES. But the theurgy system in that game is stupid. So it's like, people that like Persona 3 Reload, you're actually, I think you should, unironically, maybe consider going to a gay bar. I think you'd enjoy it.
make the run back to the boss.
It's wrong and funny to be a
significantly
wizard.
easier.
Nothing.
This is a design philosophy that the
Shooting
newer
a gun
games
is
have
also
sadly
pew, pew, pew.
abandoned. There's tons of secrets to find. The Pharaoh's Lockstone and Fragment Branch of Yore act
W
as items which allow you
systems.
to discover a variety of hidden items.
I'm not gonna tell the story for the millionth time, I promise. But
I haven't heard
this
it.
was definitely some of the most fun I had playing Dark Souls 2, was this specific Rat Covenant spot.
It's like Dark Souls 2 haters trying to hate Dark Souls 2. So many memories. So many memories in the Grave of Saints. It's just so beautiful. It's like, it takes me back to my childhood. It's the most hate-filled remark. Put a gun to a Dark Souls 2 hater's face and tell them, tell me something about Dark Souls 2. And they're scrambling, no. An enemy slop? Frick, what else did Mahler say? It's Like, just look at it. Just look at it. So-called Dark Souls 2 hater warmly reminiscing about his time with the game. You love to see it. People dislike when other people use magic in DS1, for example, because it's overpowered as frick and ruins the game. Dealing 2k damage per cast is insanely broken. The most powerful one-shot build in the game is a strength build, by the way. Just saying, you know? No, the Dark Beat sorcery does not count. You need to New Game Plus to do that. It does not count. Sorry. Dark Souls 2 haters are like FNV, are like Fallout New Vegas fans. They just parrot the same Reddit arguments over and over and over again, dude. There is no gun or ball in this game, bro. How can anyone play it?
I killed so many people. So many people. This is probably the most unfair bullshit in the...
Bean's British accent sounds like an impoverished Victorian orphan asking for more girl.
this game. It is completely optional. It's completely
But hex
optional.
spells are much more varied
So,
and more
I mean,
fun
worst
to play
case
with.
scenario,
But the
you just
average
go
neophyte
offline,
can't
obviously.
process
Just go
having to
offline,
think or
go
swap
through the area.
catalysts. I
So
concur.
It's not like you're gonna
Hexes
get
are so
stuck.
cool.
But holy shit, man! Like me
They
just
kind of brought it
using
back
all the
with Arcane,
stones
but
to
not
unlock
really at
all
all
this
whatsoever.
shit, and then just like me and like 5 enemies just rush a guy at the same time and kill him in like 3 seconds. It was entertaining for quite a while.
Rooms, and even whole new areas throughout the world. And even aside from that, there's a ton of unique little interactions you can discover that change the way you fight certain bosses.
Yeah, but I don't think this one was handled that well. It's just the lock-on range is really all it does. This is another boss with like completely broken hitboxes, by the way.
No, it doesn't. What are you talking about?
Like she has like
May I
this
have
stab
some more
attack,
gruel, sire?
and
More.
the hitbox is like twice
You
as
want
wide as the
more?
sword. Like it's crazy. It looks so just dog shit.
Hitbox
Don't get
slop.
me started on the actual design of these areas. Out of any Souls game, DS2 easily has the most varied and breathtaking.
It's like actual like this live footage of DS2 hater like behind the scenes playing DS2, you know? It's try not to get wet challenge. Hexes were perfected in DS3 when they made a depressed witch girl the spell merchant. Oh frick, I've only remembered the NPCs of DS3. Who is that? This guy never leveled up at
World.
adaptability or used a shield.
All right, you know, it'd be very easy to debunk this video. I know it'd be cherry picking, obviously, but like breathtaking
Very
world,
easy,
cut
doesn't
to
do it.
that random forest area everyone forgets about that looks like shit, or you know, cut
Shaded
to,
woods
the
doesn't
gutter,
look bad.
which is just a vacant expanse of nothing. Like yes,
It's a trash heap. That's the point. It's the gutter. It's a trash heap. Oh, this area looks like trash. Yeah, the humble trash heap. It's the gutter. The gutter's cool. I love the gutter.
are a few pretty cool vistas in Dark Souls 2. Like Hyde's Tower Flame is pretty cool. I like the dragon area, stuff like that.
Dragon
Majula,
Ari.
you know. But there's
I'll
also
heckin'
areas
debunk
that look
you.
like complete shit.
Many beautiful areas to explore, each one feeling uniquely different from the last. The Lost Bastille, Harvest Valley, Hyde.
No, what you're saying? Harvest Valley is one of the good ones, bro?
Harvest Valley's cool. I like it. You know. Especially when there's a lot of like Harvest Valley as an area, you can easily beeline through it. But if you sit down and explore it, there's a lot of like in the Poison Mog. It's like a labyrinth down there, and you can find a lot of cool stuff. I like that about it. You can find the freaking Sunlight Bros Covenant there. Also, Elden Ring Faith plus int casting is the peak of the series. Weaving Faith and magic, true combos, dual wielding, and switching catalysts will never be topped. I didn't do that much like of the magic of that game. I really only did dex and strength. Strength against my will, because Ronnie's wedding ring is a strength weapon, and if it's for Ronnie, I'll become a strength cuck.
Oh, are you out of your fucking mind?
This video
It's
has
just
been deemed
green.
false by a brave
just
Reddit
green.
fact checker team.
I'm like playing Fallout 3, dude. Everything's green.
You got a problem with green? Green is the color of
Valley, Heights, Tower
I don't know,
Flame,
gas,
Aldous
gassy.
Keep,
Incredible.
Drangleic Castle, all nothing but bangers. There isn't a significant drop in quality like with the first game either, although the first half of the game is pretty solid. The second half ramps things up even further with some of the best areas in the series.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Dragon
Yes,
area
this
is cool.
looks cool. The gameplay though is very forgettable.
The gameplay is not forgettable. Like you're like swinging from, you're zip lining around the place. It's until Elden Ring. Dragon Area was one of the most like vertical areas in the series, and I think that's cool. This area is cool. Like I'm not gonna lie and say it's one of the most complex areas. Like it's very simple, but the coolness factor goes a long way. If I'm playing a game and I'm like, dang, that's cool, that matters. That's part of the game experience. It's fun. This is one of the funnest areas in there. Bro, the Moonlight Blade is like 16 strength. No, it scales heavily off int. Yeah, so I upped my int and my strength. I did both, you know? Yeah, 16 strength. First of all, I didn't have 16 strength. You think I put a single point into strength? Like, I didn't have that. So I had to respec regardless. But I put all my points into strength and int. All my points were in dex and int before. So I already had the int, so I just changed dex to strength. I put all my points into strength. Because my int was already high, because I always do a Spellblade build.
Very forgettable. It does look cool though.
Elden Ring's final boss
Okay,
is
sure.
also
But
like
what about
really,
the
really bad.
bosses in these areas? I know I went on a whole rant about how bosses aren't the only thing that matters. And although I do wholeheartedly agree with that, let's not kid ourselves here. There's still an integral.
I hate that this blue archive shit alongside like furry shit and like all this other shit.
Are you surprised? Look at me. Do you really think I wouldn't like Blue Archive? Do you see that
That
footage?
is-
Wholeheartedly agree with that. Let's not.
She's like hot. Like I don't freaking okay. Mutsuki is hot. It's like, but are you Mutsuki laughing? Her laugh is like I don't need to like pull it up, but like Kufufu, it's Do I need I explain? Are you genuinely surprised? I'd say I'm probably a good mirror into the twisted mind of the average Blue Archive fan. To be fair, I wouldn't say Moonlight Blade build is a strength int build. It's just an int build with 4 strength points. Yeah, but I maxed out strength anyways, you know? Kayako is hotter. She's not. She's the least hot out of all of Problem Solver. I'm sorry. That's just true. That's just true. Maybe Haruka is less hot. I don't really care about either of them. Mitsuki and Aru are both very hot, and then the other two are whatever, in my opinion. It's just, I don't really care about them. But Mitsuki and Aru, both of them, are definitely peak. They're like W's, they're really good. So for that, I'd give them Mitsuki and Goon Corner. Maybe she's better than I'd say she's better than Hina, but in recent time, I've started to get a little Hina pilled because a lot of the U-beaners are Hina pilled. So you've kind of exposure therapy corrected me, I guess. So I don't know. Maybe she's not better than Hina. I love Aru because she's kind of dumb. She's super dumb, but that's hot.
Kid ourselves here. There's still an integral.
I hate that this blue archive shit alongside like furry shit and like all this other shit. This is a psyop.
But I didn't know bro was a devout sensei.
I don't like that.
Part of the experience. So how does DS2's boss lineup square up against
Every
the
time I hear
rest?
Problem
It's pretty
Solver,
good.
I get
I'd
reminded
say
of that one ugly
wrong.
cartoon.
Wrong.
Which one?
Wrong.
Mitsuki is my
It's
wife.
the weakest boss
Kokona's the hottest. If we just want to be objective here for a second, guys, Kokona is the hottest girl of them all. Okay? Just saying.
lineup. Not the weakest. Dark Souls 3 might be weaker, but it's
What?
it's not the wrong. Is the weakest boss lineup. Not the weakest. Dark Souls 3 might be weaker.
What? I don't even like Dark Souls 3 that much. You're telling me Dark Souls 1's lineup is better than Dark Souls 3? Let's hear him out.
But it's pretty close to the bottom. It's either the worst or the second worst boss lineup in the series, not counting DLC, I guess. Like the DLC bosses, I like most of them, not really the co-op ones. Obviously, the co-op zones, no, but the rest I do.
It's definitely
zones are
better
cool.
than DS1's
I-
offerings, but not quite at the level of DS3. Nothing in the base game.
His eyes are shocked. Buddy, Pinwheel. How can you look me square in the face and say DS1 best boss lineup? Genuinely the worst take I've ever heard. Seriously? Listen, I don't like DS3. Even I have to admit, most of the boss fights in DS3 are really good.
The only ones I'd call that you could say are bad is the dumb tree guy and the dumb dragon guy. I forgot his name. The one with the sun and he like the stupid that guy. Those two, fair. Fair. If you don't like them, that's fair. But there's some good boss fights in there. I don't know why you'd. We might just need to invert him on a cellular level. How a tourist like you gets so tasteful. I'm not a tourist. Synthman fell off. Kerberos. I don't know, but how does this guy exist, dude? DS1 bosses are hot. I mean, Quelaag, I guess, but that's kind of DS1 is weakest. No shade on DS1. Bed of Chaos, Centipede Demon, Demon Fire Sage, and that's just in one area. All of Lost Izalith invalidates the DS1 having the best boss lineup because it is an entire area, like a full area of bad bosses. Like easily a fifth to a sixth of the game is comprised of nothing but bad boss fights and bad area. Like there's not a single boss in Lost Izalith that is good, you know? Wolnir, Congregation 2. Wolnir's not that bad, and the Deacons of the Deep are better than the Congregation. I will say that. They're not good, but they are better than the Congregation.
Wait, he said D. Wait, hold on.
Pragmata made him paranoid of everyone. What's the lore with this guy in Pragmata? Diane W. Goons, by the way, but what happened with... How did Pragmata mindbreak him? Elden Ring better than DS3, better than DS2, better than DS1, better than DES? What Demon Souls? Question mark. Bloodborne and Sekiro aren't in that ranking, which is odd. But you're just wrong. DS2 is better than DS3. DS3 is better. DS1 is better than DS3. I can't talk about Demon Souls. Bloodborne is at the very bottom of that list. It's worse than all of them. And Sekiro, undecided. I'm still playing it. Honestly, Yorm is kind of bad, even though it's fun and hype. Yorm is good for what it is. It's a spectacle boss. It's inoffensive. It's not like a. It's basically a interactable cutscene. For its purpose, it's good. I'm not offended by it. It's not bad. It's a gimmick boss, and I think it's fine enough. I mean, in the boss context. Oh, I see. Then yeah, fair. I agree with everything you just said.
He said Dark Souls 3's bosses are better than Dark Souls 1. Did he just fucking say? Hold on. Let me. I need to put my listening ears on.
2's boss lineup square up against the rest. It's pretty good. I'd say it's definitely better than DS1's offerings, but not quite at the level of DS3.
Okay. Now everything makes sense now. He thinks Dark Souls 3's bosses are better than Dark Souls 1.
They
All
are.
of a sudden, his dog shit taste makes perfect fucking sense. I bet he thinks Demon Souls is the worst bosses in the series.
I probably like Demon Souls bosses because I hear they're all gimmick bosses, and some of my favorite bosses in the series are. One of my favorite bosses in the series is I'm gonna be honest. One of my favorite bosses in the series is what's it called? Executioner Chariot. So I'd probably like a lot of Demon Souls boss fights from what I've heard. Clip Channel made him look like a connoisseur and his audience was split and speaking to both his ears. Is he a connoisseur? Guys, we're literally the poll is literally split 50-50 on if he's based or not. This might be the point he needs. Is he? Does he frick with Cunny? Call out here, guys. Does the Synthman frick with Hina? Does he frick with Koharu? Does he frick with Kokona? Diane? What is Synthman on, bro? They learned a lot off DS1. They definitely did. They improved.
You know what? Fucking.
I'd say bosses are the one thing that got better and better.
Dark Souls 2 fans, this is what I'm gonna picture for the rest of the time.
Let's go! Yes! I'm the face of Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, if he's in this chat, he's getting banned.
I wasn't.
They are. You have dog shit taste. You should be embarrassed. Dark Souls 3 bosses are literally just
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, if he's in this chat, he's getting banned.
I'm sorry. I thought that was he's responding. I thought that's what the chatter told him. He's a closeted Cunny enjoyer. Synthman, come out of the closet. Okay, we won't bite. We won't hurt you. Come on, dude. Come on, indifferent to Lolly. He thinks they're drawlings. I see. He liked Tsurugi from what I recall. Tsurugi's not a lolly. She's hot and she's cute, but she's not a lolly. Doesn't count. If he's closeted, come out of the closet, man. Come on, you know? We can be gay little lolly enjoyers together. Not to say that you know, liking lollies makes you gay. It's super straight. But your opinions on Dark Souls 1 definitely make you a little,
They are.
at
You have
least
dog
bi
shit taste. You should be
curious.
embarrassed. Dark Souls 3 bosses are literally just press circle, press circle, press circle, press circle. No gimmicks except for Yorm, which literally stole
That's fair. I'd say that's not a problem with the boss design. I'd say that's a problem mechanically with the gameplay. Those are two separate issues.
his gimmick from Demon Souls. And
I
like,
haven't played.
I don't
Demon
know, what are the
Souls.
other gimmick bosses? The Cursed Rotted Greatwood's pretty good. I won't
No,
shit
it's
on that
not.
one.
That one's kind of bad.
That's probably my top 3 bosses.
Okay,
from
this
Dark
guy's
Souls
crazy.
3, just because it's not press
He is into Fuda. Okay, and Fuda's not gay. We've gone over this. I will not. I refuse to speak on this matter further.
circle at the right time to win, which is so many of these fucking mediocre ass slot bosses. Like Dark Souls 3's bosses are just a worse.
Despite saying he is an audience captured, he's very concerned about his image. I'm not concerned about my image. I say a lot of things that you guys hate a lot of times. You know, you guys might not be ready for it. But eventually, you have to be open to the possibility of the Big Beans Hassan Piker collab, guys. Whether you like it or not, it might come one day. What do you mean? The wood is good. I don't know, man. It's just kind of mid. The Snake in Elden Ring perfected the gimmick weapon boss. It's still kind of mid, but it's okay, you know? Actual gem take, roll spam is just too meta. I agree. I concur with that. Guy, listen, Synthman, you gotta psyop your audience into liking Cunny too.
Version of Elden Ring's bosses. Honestly, Elden Ring at least
You know,
like,
Beans, your streams are very relaxing. I haven't screamed in a few minutes, so don't worry. I'm sure that'll change soon.
made the concept a little more interesting.
Nothing in the base
Ugh.
game of Dark Souls 2 ever reaches the lows of things like Bed of Chaos, Ceaseless Discharge, or Capra Demon, but it also never reaches the highs of Abyss Watchers or Pontiff Sullivan. That being
Pontiff, there's no fucking way you think Pontiff is one of the best, but
I like him. He's really cool.
Shit taste I've ever heard in my fucking life. Oh, what?
If you do a Hassan collab, I'll blow you. Oh, dude. Thanks. Of course, you agree. You said that yourself. Man, whoever's making these points is really freaking hot, dude.
He twirls around with swords and makes a cologne that also twirls around with swords.
Yeah?
Peak.
Yeah.
Peak.
It's pretty cool. It's sick. He's got like his little
Your life
JoJo
is
stand.
Nothing. You serve zero purpose.
No.
You should kill yourself.
I thought
now.
this was a Beans Hassan collab. Why else is his webcam on the top right corner?
You gotta be fucking kidding. No, dude, this is so
This guy.
bad. I literally, I
Beans will never tune out, but he will be gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I said I'd blow you up. As I'm Beans, I will cosplay as Hassan's favorite on stream. Sidf is based, but his mindset is too doom-pilled. We're all a little black-pilled every now and then, guys. I look like
I know
and
like
say
every
this.
boss from Dark Souls by heart, like exactly how the fight goes, all their moves. If you ask me to remember what any Dark Souls 3 boss does, I don't know, he hits you from across the screen and you press circle.
It's just
I
fun,
mean, I guess
man.
I remember
it's just
Pontiff
low-key
makes
fun.
a cologne. I did remember that. I did
Sully
remember the
gamers,
gimmick
stay on
bosses because they were
top.
gimmicks.
He just hit
But,
you
like-
with the low tier god soundbite. You're right. He
Dude,
did
I
kind of
don't know.
win. You should cosplay as Electrocuted Maya.
Yeah, what I think of Slave Knight Gale fight, I mean, it was a pretty cool spectacle. I don't know how I feel about him being the millionth Guts cologne. Like, he was super Guts. Like, Artorias was, like, the obvious Guts thing, but then Slave Knight Gale's like, this is mega.
WDS2 for giving us a Griffith clone instead. Just saying, Griffith did nothing wrong. Griffith totally me. Low-key looking. Who's Guts? In many ways, I'd say Edison is Guts, and Casca better be scared. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ultra Guts. Like, conceptually, it's cool.
I'm
but
just Griffith looking for
it's
my horse.
Spectacle over substance. A lot of these fights are. I
All
will
our
say the
souls
Dark
are
Souls 3
black?
DLC bosses
Huh?
are probably better than most of the main game bosses.
They are.
But
That's true.
like Dark Eater Madir was probably my favorite because I don't know. I think the dragon fights are
Griffith is
usually
real
good
as frick.
anyway.
Griffith literally me.
But given it was a giant dragon, like really huge, it wasn't as jank as those type of bosses usually are for FromSoft. You know.
Sullivan. That being said, DS2 is still nothing to scoff at. There's a ton
Yeah, Smelter Demon. Everyone hated this motherfucker at release.
cool.
He was like my favorite boss.
He's
Because it
cool.
was like,
Yeah,
oh
he's
my
awesome.
god, he does something unique. Like I have to use my brain, can't just press circle. Holy
If you
shit.
look at the Mahler video, I think it's the Mahler video, he talks about Smelter Demon. He talks about it being like such a dumb boss and it has too much health. He's literally using a fire sword to fight it. And it's just actually, I'm not going to lie. People say like, oh, the Game Awards are bad. The Game Awards are... What does this have to do with anything? I'm getting to something. I'm glad Expedition 33 won every award at the Game Awards because it's what gamers deserve. Okay? Because it's what we deserve. It's Jeff Keighley's Game Awards. It's slop. It's industry. That's what you deserve. That is what the people deserve. I can't feel bad for them. I just can't. I can't bring it to myself to feel sympathy anymore. Not for these people. Okay? This, nah. I'm sorry. It's when the villain, when the people refuse to fight for themselves, the hero must become the villain. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Pontiff literally telegraphs all of his moves and is parryable. He just twirls his swords. Okay, I hate this guy.
There's a ton of top tier fights here, like the Pursuer, Looking Glass Knight, and Velstad. And
All of
unlike
these are
in
gems?
DS1, when a gimmick fight does happen, it usually ends up still being pretty fun, like with Executioner's Chariot.
Yeah, I like that boss, yeah.
Okay.
There's a few duds in there.
I was expecting him to say like execution. No, it's like on execute. Try not to execution. It's just fun. It's just a fun fight. Like how can you hate on executioner? It's just a whimsical little horse, dude. You're gonna hate on the horse? Come on, man. Bloodborne destroyed Souls-like by reducing importance of stamina. Being able to roll 5 times and attack 5 times before stamina reaches 0 destroyed any kind of methodical fight you could have. The problems of a roll slop that people blame Dark Souls 3 for started with Bloodborne, but the Soyborn fans are too blind to tell you the truth. Goodbye. Thank you, Pitkerson. Dude. Glad to see you, Pitkerson. Saying truths? Pitkerson, did you leave for a moment to go to a mountain and learn so much wisdom? Because usually you say nothing but lies and coal, but now you're gem posting? What's up with that, you know? Fascinating. Pitkerson should be working on the mod. Pitkerson, how's the mod coming along? Can you please tell us? How's the mod coming?
Rat Vanguard is just, well, I don't even know what to say about this. The Congregation is literally just a standard enemy.
Yeah, this might be the worst boss in the entire Souls series, right?
That's just untrue. Bed of Chaos exists, Mr. Dark Souls 1 fan. This is not worse than Bed of Chaos. First of all, at least the lore of this fight is good. Low-key goated lore. Lore goes insane. Lore job would go crazy. But, like, you know, just saying.
Sure.
Bed of Chaos is
like,
worse.
not in terms of...
I'm sorry that I wasn't on Discord, but private reasons. Don't worry, Pitkerson. Once you come back, beautiful mod, beautiful premium beaner. I promise you'll get nothing but the sloppiest of head from yours truly. We treat our mods well in this community.
Like, obviously,
Hassan
Bed
was
of Chaos
got taken
is
by
the
the
worst one
Candyman?
in terms of, like,
Dude, isn't
frustration,
that
jank,
Sam Hyde?
just horrible implement.
Small leather. Why are you naming shields? What's up with that? The chariot run back was really fun. There are many fun ways to path enemies off the bridges. I wish they... Okay, Coke, why are you spamming a bunch of shields? What's going on with that? Coke, come on, you know? All of those shields can... Oh, you just literally named every parryable shield. Okay, kind of
like,
goated.
Unfinished garbage. But this is the worst boss in the sense that it's not a boss. It literally is just enemies.
Encounter with the health bar, and although the story behind it is super cool, the Last Giant is a pretty lame first boss. But the good fights vastly outweigh
Dude,
the bad.
goated
The
fight
fight
right
is
here.
Here we go. What are the good fights? Because
I named them. I literally named them. I said Velstad. I said Looking Glass Knight. I named the fights. I named the good Dark Lurker. I've been naming them the whole video.
Sullivan, whatever, is one of the...
Beans, why are we talking about these castle slop games? Where is NBA 2K27? Don't forget about the humble Parrying Dagger. Parrying Dagger is cool, but I genuinely don't know how to use it. I'm too stupid.
best. So what are the best Dark Souls 2 bosses?
Incredibly dishonest when people try to claim DS2 has bad boss fights by comparing the worst fights it has to offer to the
No, wrong. They just name any boss from Dark Souls 2 and they're correct.
No,
the best
that's
of the
kind of
other
funny.
installments. When looking at the full roster, DS2 is definitely a step up from its predecessor. As I already
Dude, you should be killed for that opinion.
That's a bit excessive.
Dude,
I don't know about
almost
that.
every Dark Souls 1 boss is memorable. Almost every single one.
Not for good reasons.
Dark Souls 2, I can't. The only reason I know all the bosses is because I played the game more times than any sane person should.
Dark Souls
Which is-
2 haters in their own mind are like abused housewives. You freaking hate this game so much, but it's like, oh, it's my most played Souls game, but it's just so bad. It's so freaking bad. It's like, oh, he's so abusive, but the way he strangles me is so hot. It's like, what? Why is it your most? Why do you play it so much that you can remember everything about it if you freaking despise it? Like, synth molding law. This guy despises Dark Souls 2, but he plays it so much. It's so good. They keep coming back for more. That BWC must be so freaking good, man.
There's not even half as many as the average delusional Dark Souls 2
Settle
fan,
this like
but-
gentlemen and go into the
But I
ring.
probably
Last
played
one
Dark Souls
standing
2
with
like
the
5
argument.
times, maybe 6.
That's how
So
bad
I
it was.
do know the bosses, but only because I played the game too many times. But I don't like. It's not like
He's
they're
such a tsundere. He is such a tsundere for Dark Souls 2, dude. It's so replayable that it's horrible. It's genuinely like memorizing the entire Bible just to criticize it. BAC. Need BAC.
well, like it's still like a vague image in my head, but still.
mentioned
DS3
before,
is my
Dark
least played Souls,
2
by
is
the
a
way.
much
Same.
slower game compared to the others. But that's not the only difference.
Bloodborne's
it
so
has.
bad, I never
DS2
beat the final
features a lot
boss.
of unique quirks.
Bloodborne, I made it all the way to the end. I did the DLC. I like got to the freaking Moon Presence. Never fought it. Maybe one day I will on stream, but I just made it. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna finish this game. I'm not having fun. I don't want to know what happens at the end. So I just did that.
And mechanics, some exclusive to
He didn't even name bosses. He didn't even.
I did.
name
I
why
literally did. I'm gonna kill this guy.
Dark Souls
is super
is just
fun when a gimmick like the Pursuer,
can't just press.
Glass
Oh, holy shit!
off at. There's a ton of top tier fights here, like the Pursuer, Looking Glass Knight, and Velstad.
Okay. Proceeds to name bosses.
Behind it is
Live synthetic interaction.
Step Up
Bosses is almost every. 'Cause I
Live
played-
synthetic interaction. Hold on.
as DS2
He didn't even name why the bosses are good. You've got to be.
I literally did that.
Give me a reason to rage.
Dark Souls 2 haters be like, man, serving in Vietnam sure sucked. My buddy from the squad got killed. But you know what? Committing all those war crimes on the Vietnamese was sure fun.
I need to baby rage, but you didn't even say which bosses are good.
Literally
How
did.
how can I get mad at you? if
I
you don't give-
feel really bad making this stream because clearly this man has Alzheimer's. Okay, clearly this guy. So like, someone put Gramps back in the retirement home because there's no explanation for this.
give me the specifics.
Bro has caretaker syndrome.
with others becoming mainstays of the series. Of these mechanics, easily the most divisive has to be ADP. Among the most controversial combination of 3 letters out there, this stat serves to raise your agility, affecting the number of iframes you get on your dodge rolls and the speed of your
Also, this is Pursuer, and notice how I'm not like, oh, hitbox bad. My rolls are being timed well enough for me to dodge attacks. I'm obviously on low ADP because this is the early game, and look at my spell selection, but just saying,
Now, I know what
early
you must
onset
be thinking.
dementia.
Is this
What are the chances of
really
him
about to
reacting to this?
defend-
High, I hope.
Now, I know what you must be thinking. Is this really about to defend ADP? Yes, that's exactly what this is gonna do. ADP is a genius idea. My favorite part of Souls games is the whole build system. The ability to choose from a wide array.
Dude, this is such like Zoomer brain rot. Again,
Fair.
if you ask
That's
me
fair,
to picture what a
completely
Dark
fair.
Souls 2 fan is,
I can't even fight against that, honestly.
this
He
is
struck
exactly
my
what a
weak
Dark
point.
Souls 2 fan is. A Zoomer who probably, it was the first game they played in the series.
It wasn't.
They
but
just spam a bunch of porn memes, like Incredible Gassy.
that
That's
is
a
not.
fucking
You're
fan-
not gonna. Don't you dare call that a like. Listen, man. That. Oh, okay, fine. I can't really defend myself here. This is like the part of the video where I just gotta like sit down and take it.
boy. Again, it's a female avatar for
Thank you for acknowledging it's a female and not a femboy.
a man, grown ass man. Like, what the fuck? The layers. The layers.
It's like an onion.
This is what happens. He's overdosed on
ADP is inconsequential if you're just good at the game. I agree, but I do agree that they should have explained it better. Just because Dark Souls fans are lobotomites, and I will genuinely say, part of making a good game is making sure even a lobotomite can know what they're getting into. And I will say ADP is kind of obtuse in the way it's explained. So on a first playthrough, I do think it's fair that it's not explained correctly. But I do think the mechanic itself, there's nothing wrong with it. I just think it could have been explained better.
irony poisoning. Spent too much
I'd have
time on
preferred for
V.
ADP to reduce the stamina cost on rolls.
This
Not a
is
bad
just
idea,
fucked.
actually.
This is utterly fucked.
Not necessarily a bad idea.
But I can't stop watching. I can't stop
ADP
watching.
serves to add even more options into the range.
Oh yeah, if you're curious on my opinion on this, I actually don't care about adaptation that much.
Okay. Actually,
Like I
Kinda
actually
goated.
don't have a strong opinion on that stat. Yes, it's
I
a
have
kind of a
no strong
necessary stat to
opinion
make a
one
lot of
way or another.
elements of the game feel good, but that only
Armored
it's
Core
one of
was
those
my first
things
Souls
where,
game.
yeah,
That's
if you're
not.
doing a blind
But
playthrough.
that one doesn't
You'd
count.
probably hate it, but once you know about it, it's not that bad.
You're able to decide how much you want to dedicate to your dodge ability. The standard amount of frames you get by default is a bit less than what you had in DS1.
There's
but it's
literally a help button. It tells you what the stat does. It just says raises. It just says like raises or like quality of dodge, which again that doesn't really tell. What does that mean? In Dark Souls 1, if you went from Dark Souls 1, there's a ring that raises the quality of your dodge too. All it does is make it quicker. It doesn't increase iframes. One could reasonably not conclude that that means it increases your iframes, is what I'm saying. So I don't necessarily think it's enough. Attunement increases your agility for some reason. The reason is so that casters can get something out of it. Like, a little bit without having to spec into ADP if they want to, like if you're doing like some close range casting. But generally, if you're doing a range build, you don't really need ADP at all. Like I didn't level up my ADP until I got my katana. At that point, I'm like, yeah, I need ADP because I'm going to be up close and personal. But if you're a caster, I used a shield for a lot of it because you don't really need it.
by no means bad. It's effective enough to let you avoid damage.
Lost Planet
with
2 is my
proper
favorite
timings,
Souls-like.
while
Never
still
played it.
Providing enough room for
Ball
growth
knowledge.
for
This is a. I feel like I've never seen someone fight Dragon Rider normally. You just walk behind him and then he can't hit you.
those who do decide to spec
The
into
game's
ADP.
fun
And
when
if
you
you
engage
decide
with
you
it,
don't
I
wanna,
suppose.
You can always use shields to block incoming damage instead. And strafing is actually rather useful
It
in
is.
PS2, so it isn't nearly as
Now, I'll give Dark Souls 2 that kind of, even though it was Dark Souls 2 was the first one to push a bunch of homing attacks where positioning was less important, but positioning still works. It's not like, again, like you saw Mortal Shell 2, where an enemy initiates an attack and then it's like a homing missile on your ass, which is how every Souls-like is designed now, which is really disappointing. But yeah,
bad as it sounds.
there's still
The
some
slower
homing
use time
attacks
for
in this game.
consumables is also a very
I also really cool screenshot. Since it was my second Souls game, I went, what is this stat? This is a new stat. I guess I should press the help button and see what it does. Yes, but you always have to assume like gamer in question is stupid and dumb. How do we help him? That's just how you design games. I'm sorry. You can't assume that the player knows everything, and I am willing to say that. I understand. ADP is bad when all the small enemy every clear gives you 19k and the boss gives you 30. What? Raiden Metal Gear, what are you saying? What are you saying, Mr. Raiden?
clever addition. Replenishing resources in the middle of a fight should come with an element of risk.
This I
after
agree with
all.
completely.
It incentivizes you to look for a proper opening.
This I agree with completely. My own opinion. I'm a lobotomite.
ADP just aids in widening that window of opportunity for those who choose to commit into the stat. Overall, I'm quite fond of the ADP systems, but I totally understand if someone were to find it frustrating. The game doesn't really do a good job at telling you all of this information, and given just how important this stat is, especially on a first playthrough.
Most
I
people
understand
aren't
how
gonna
that
play
can
Magic
cause
on a
some
first
frustration.
playthrough because they're not
Despite my
cool.
love for
So
it, I do get why ADP never really made a return. Dark Souls 2 has a ton of other unique mechanics, which separate it from the rest of the series. Power stancing allows you to
Power
dual wield
stancing
any
goated.
two weapons, so long as you're
I don't know
That
why
was a
Dark
good
Souls 3
idea.
got rid of this.
I did like that. Even if it was utterly impractical, just having two ultra great swords.
It's sick. It's just
swinging both
sick.
at the
It's
same
just
time.
cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
stats allow for it.
I
A
look like this
feature
and say
so
this
good,
moment
it
once
was
again.
brought back for Elden Ring. There's a whole new magic class in the form of hexes, pretty much an evolution of the few abyss sorceries from Dark Souls 1. You're able to carry around a torch with you to guide you in dark areas, light up flammable objects, and
I
scare off
wish
certain
we
enemies.
had the version
Yeah, unfortunately,
of
they
Dark
gutted
Souls
the
2,
original
yeah.
lighting system.
If only,
people
man.
always are like consoles, blah blah, which I'm sure is true in this case, but I don't know. Would having ultra dark areas have added much? Maybe
It would.
possibly.
It would,
I feel like it would
dude.
be fine if there was like a dedicated.
Dude, imagine the Spider Cave. Imagine Brightstone Cove with the old lighting system. Oh my gosh. Imagine Black Gulch. Imagine the cool things they could have done in Drangleic Castle, Stormy Nights. Dude, we miss out on a lot. I wish. I know there's a mod that kind of adds it back a little bit, but man, there was so much cool stuff we could have had if we had the old lighting system, dude. Elden Ring really is DS2 too. It's Elden Ring's best quality.
Dungeon for that sort of thing, but instead what it obviously would have been used mainly for would be the gutter, and that would have been
Yeah.
dog shit. So
No, it wouldn't have. It would have been so
I'm actually
cool.
kind of okay with it. Like, can you
The
imagine
Tomb
the
of
gutter,
Giants
but you
look
can't
good.
see anything unless
For
you
your
have a
favorite-
torch.
your favorite
they
game,
kinda did
Tomb of
that with
Giants.
Scholar of the First Sin a little bit, didn't they? But it's not
Your
that
favorite
bad.
game did
From what I
that.
recall, you can
Freaking
still
Tomb
see
of
shit.
Giants, and it's bad there because there's no
If it
lighting
was
system
pure
or
pitch
torch.
black, that'd be annoying.
Dark
The
Souls
game
1
was gonna
fan
have a
ignoring
more
the obvious
advanced
elephant in
lighting
the room.
system and
Kid named
environmental
Elephant.
hazards, where the torch would have played a more
don't like this
integral part
optional
of the core
feature.
gameplay.
I
But
wish
most
that-
of
I wish it
ended up
wasn't
being
optional.
content. So as it stands now, it's more of a optional thing, with the occasional cool interaction, like draining the poison from Mythos boss arena. Another unique thing is the fact that every time you die, you lose a little
Okay,
bit of
actual
your max
lobotomite
HP.
roll there.
Okay, I have no defense for that one. That one's just bad. Dark Souls 3 definitely handled the whole idea way better.
Well, Dark Souls 3 does the exact same thing that Dark Souls 2 does to a certain extent, where it reduces your HP when you're hollow. It's just the presentation of it. You know, it feels better to gain HP than it does to lose it. Fundamentally, you're doing the same thing. I do not think that's a good thing in Dark Souls 2, just because on a first playthrough, it discourages risk. Like, if every risk you do doesn't just come with the normal risk of death, but also like permanently debuffing you till you use an item that on a first playthrough you probably don't have that many of, then it's not good. It doesn't feel good. I don't think you should do that. The poison drain is made because it has terrible conveyance. I think it's a good detail. I like it.
With DS2 being a more methodical and slow-paced game, something that helps with that is the unique way the game handles
Pitch black
your
areas are
resources.
great
Your
for gameplay.
stamina in this
You think
game is
Skyrim is
super
improved?
limited. Attack.
I don't like
This is-
Skyrim though.
Listen, I'm not gonna pretend to be something I'm not. You guys all know. We all know. Everyone here knows.
Bro, like
But there's a
BBC?
difference between compartmentalizing your personal problems and then just sharing your porn addiction with the world constantly.
Listen,
Your personal problems and then just sharing your porn
listen, man. I've had too many people mention food of this stream for me to not notice things about you, Mr. Synthetic Man.
addiction with the world constantly. I feel like it's pretty clear here what the difference is, right?
Just
I
saying.
think it's pretty clear.
Ducking and dodging take up such a large chunk that after just a few moves, you'll be left pretty drained. This, combined with the utility of
Okay, Blue Archive fan. Okay, we're doing a bit of a analysis right here, but look at him before. Look at him
clear.
before. Okay,
moves, you'll be left pretty drained.
you see that? You see that head switch? You see that right there?
Such a large chunk that after just a few moves, you'll be left
It's like
pretty.
no. Okay. Sees Ibuki, averts gaze because he's trying not to think about it. Blue Archive fan sees Ibuki, swimsuit Ibuki no less, tries not to think about it. Here's the keyword.
drained.
Interest immediately peaked. Ibuki drained in the same sentence. It's neuron activation. I'm just saying, he may hide it, but Blue Archive fan at the end of the day,
chunk that after just a few moves, you'll be left pretty drained.
It's beautiful. It's Kojima wrote this scene. It writes itself. His head perked up pretty quickly indeed. Neuron activation. Synthetic guy pointing out guy's porn addiction as if another Fuda hentai dildo choking won't send him back to the goon cave for 10 months. It's like, just this guy, I'm just saying, real recognizes real.
Combined with the utility of strafing,
frick.
incentivizes you to be much more purposeful with the
Doesn't
timing of your actions.
Doesn't say anything. Notice how he doesn't complain. He doesn't, he doesn't call it Diddy Goons or anything. Why? Because he knows. Because he knows ball. Thanks, Miyazaki.
As one
See, he
mistimed
is
attack can
closeted.
leave you open to get
Well, get him out of
absolutely
there.
railed. The way healing is handled also plays a part in this more methodical approach.
I love
to
this Persona
combat.
song.
Aside
Persona
from your
OST is
standard
so good,
Estus
man.
Flask, you have another consumable you'll be using for healing.
I'm glad he's gonna justify having unlimited heals. He let's see how, if any of the double think kicks in between, on the one hand, I like it where you have to manage your resources, that there's not a bonfire before every boss, and the game's slow.
You fundamentally do not. Okay, if you outside in say what you want about in the level. In a boss, I'm sorry, you don't have unlimited heals. It takes time to use an Estus Flask. Enough time where doing it at the wrong time will just get you hit. And life gems replenish your health so slowly that in the middle of a boss fight, in the middle of a boss fight, it's not enough to save you if you get hit by... If you're the type of player that is constantly using life gems in the middle of a boss fight, then clearly you're not the type of player that, is going to be effortlessly dodging attacks. So it's the rate at which it heals is not enough to protect you from a next blow. If you're at a low enough HP where one more hit will kill you, then using a life gem is not going to save you from that. If you decide to buy a ton of life gems, then that's your problem. That as well, You can consume multiple gems. You can just play safe as well. Concur.
Methodical with infinite healing.
The lollies placated him.
Surely there's no contradiction there. There's no contradiction. Let's see what he has to say.
Life gems. These white little
Old
kidney
Radiant
stones
life
can be
gem
found
alert.
all across the world in different tiers and can be used far quicker than Estus, at the cost of healing you slowly over time instead of all in one go. Outside of combat, life gems are useful for making sure you're always bricked up and ready to go, but in combat they
Isn't Estus unlimited? You had 20 Estus in Dark Souls 1. You only could boost up to 20 Estus after you get the thingy.
Item you can get at the start of the game, by the way. It just requires killing the easiest boss ever. In my first playthrough of Dark Souls 1, I did the catacombs first because I was an idiot and I thought that was the first area. I killed what's it called? A pinwheel. I got the Rite of Kindling. So that was literally the first thing I did. Mind you, most people aren't going to do that, but it is possible, is what I'm telling you.
The thingamajig.
It's not like a
Whatever it's
late game
called.
item.
I don't remember what it's called.
The area is
before
hard,
you
though,
had
fair.
That, it's only 10. So unless you're looking up a guide beforehand, you have to stoke the bonfire.
You have to understand, what I did was I played that and I was like, dang, they were right. Dark Souls is a hard game. And I thought the Catacombs was the first area.
It's called, to get it from 5 to 10. You needed the secret of fire slop.
Rite of Kindling.
Whatever the hell.
Fire slop.
Yeah, you could only kindle the bonfire up to 10 normally, and you would have to unlock that ability to go up to 20.
20 Estus after deaths is not
so
unreasonable.
if you know about Pinwheel, you could speed run Pinwheel. But then humanity, if you're like a player playing Dark Souls for the first time and you haven't
That's
played
fair.
a bunch of the Souls games,
Anyhow,
you're not
breaks
gonna have
over.
a
Gotta go
million
back to
humanity.
studying.
A lot of
Thankfully,
people just
there's very
used the
little left.
humanity every single
Congrats.
time they died, even though they didn't need to. So yeah, if you had infinite humanity and you kill Pinwheel in the beginning,
The second I fought the
You could have
skeletons
20,
on ES1 was the first time I went. There's
Estus
no way
West
this is
every
the
time,
intended
which
path.
probably would
and went to the
trivialize
Berg.
a lot of the
Yeah,
resource
if only
management.
I did that.
But
you know?
part of the appeal of Dark
I
Souls
made
was
it
that
to
people
the Tomb
didn't
of the
use the
Giants.
internet. This is something I was trying to explain to these retarded
And then I said,
Zoomers
nah, this can't
who
be
were
it.
saying
It took me
Elden
to the
Ring
Tomb of
isn't
Giants to realize.
the one of the hardest Souls games. It's like, retard, when I played Dark Souls and Demon Souls, I did not use the internet. The most I knew about Dark Souls was the stupid-ass IGN guide about the Drake Sword, which turned out to be stupid anyway because of damage scaling.
I
the
used the Gargoyle Axe for most of my playthrough. I got Noob Stomp too. I saw the good stats on that, and I'm like, dang, I should use the Gargoyle Axe. And then I stopped using. I made it. I used it up until Ornstein and Smo, and that's when I realized, you know what? I think I should get a new weapon. And I got the katana, Uchi Katana, and I used that till the end of the game.
sword is
Oh
only
yeah, also on my first playthrough, I was consistently leveling up resistance. So I wasn't very good.
good for like the first 5 hours of the game tops.
I went to New Londo Ruins first.
Um,
Oh,
So,
dude, we're getting a lot of beautiful donations. Thank you, everyone. You guys are all so kind. Thank you, Trout. You get for the wonderful, wonderful $10. What does it say? I got a raise. Congrats! Thank you very much. I'm happy you got a raise over at the coal mines where you work at. And thank you for sharing some of that love with me. Meow. Meow. Oh, so he is a boomer elitist nightmare blunt rotation combination of traits right there. The Gargoyle Axe and the Halberd are good. The Gargoyle Axe is not good. Maybe in the early game, but like later in it's not. Thanks, Trout, though. I used the Gargoyle Axe and tried the Reinforced Club and loved it. Black Knight Sword carried my first run. That is like a really good weapon. Uchi Katana solos, though. It's the funnest one.
So the point is, a lot of Dark Souls is a mystery. The game doesn't explain the things to you. Yes,
That's
in
good.
the age of the internet where people make build guides, where you can make some OP retarded shit to break the game. You cheated, motherfucker! You cheated!
I concur.
I'm sorry I had to be this way. Like, I know everyone, like, that's why I never for a single fucking
You can see if someone is good at DS2 by how many life gems they use during boss fights. Also, humanity is easily farmable in DS1 and heals you 100% of your HP. I agree with everything you say. First of all, I always had humanity because in my what's it called? I lied. I used the Uchi Katana until I made it to I forgot at one point I switched to the Quelaag Fury Sword, and then I used the Quelaag Fury Sword. So I had to farm the rats, and I went to the depths and I farmed rats. So if you have a problem with infinite healing in Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1 definitely has the same thing, because you can consistently farm humanity in that game too, in a fairly easy way. And the game even incentivizes you to do so, because chaos scaling scales off held humanity. So you are incentivized to have at least 10 humanity on you at all time, which obviously requires farming. So, yeah.
second.
You get one
cared about
humanity every
using Mimic
rotation of
Tier.
rats is so
Because one
boring.
Mimic Tier
Yeah, but
doesn't-
it is incentivized, though, when you have an entire damage type that scales off humanity.
require
Fury Sword
guide.
is the best.
You
It is
just
really
get
fun.
that item naturally playing.
used
the
it for
game. Like,
PvP.
it's when you it's after you beat Radon, normal Radon, and you go into the underground. Like, it just following that path in the underground.
Farming
map, you're
humanity
just
is
gonna
so
get
boring.
Mimic
It's so
Tier,
obviously not
right?
intended.
That-
It literally
it's
is.
not hidden.
It
It's
literally
basically
is.
part of the normal
Chaos
progression.
There's
So
a
yes, is it
weapon
overpowered?
scaling
Absolutely.
damage type
Absolutely,
that
it was
scales
overpowered.
off your
But
humanity.
you don't have to watch a fucking YouTube
This reaction stream is genuine art, lol. I am LA. I'm glad to hear that.
video to stack 5 buffs. Use this specific fucking Art of War garbage.
TBH, you're intended to do co-op or invasions to farm humanity. It doesn't matter if they intended you to go to the depths and farm it or not. The thing is, it is intended for you to have large amounts of humanity, potentially. Like, that's the thing. You are intended to have a decent amount of humanity to the point where you can burn 10 of them to be liquid on your person.
and have enough of a supply to replenish that. My point is, it is intended for you to have enough humanity where you can use it as a healing consumable. Where is it? There we go. Please unpause.
Whatever spell.
Thank you.
That's cheating. That's cheating. You did not discover any of that yourself. Just like with the perfume, I
never knew chaos scaling. Did you learn that through the internet or find it in game? I found it in game because it's in the item description of the Chaos Blade, the Quelaag's Fury Sword. If you do that, it in the item description, it literally says like scales off of held humanity. And that's a chaos weapon. And any other, if you ascend any weapon to have chaos scaling, it will say scales off held humanity. Any chaos weapon says that in the item description. So yes, that's very easy to find out in game.
Cheated when I saw, it was like a couple days after release of the DLC. Someone discovered that the perfume could like hit 20 times or whatever if you just throw it straight down.
Elden Ring memories.
I saw that online. That's cheating. Like how you would not naturally
looking
discover
up online is cheating.
that the perfume
you can't use that against
stacks
the game,
damage a million
which is why
times
I'm not
over.
doing it.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe some people would, but you know.
Provide a nice bit of extra strategy on your choice of how to heal. Consumable items are actually given a pretty big focus. Aside from life gems, you can find other items that each serve a very specific purpose, granting you resistances to certain damage types, curing status ailments, replenishing spell uses, the list goes on. It's actually pretty cool.
I do like
They
that.
pretty much brought it back for Elden Ring. Item usage, power stancing, don't make it too obvious.
I don't like that you have to
One thing
craft it in Elden Ring.
didn't rip off was bonfire settings.
The
Easily one of
perfume's
the
art was
coolest
bugged.
ideas
It's
in the
balanced
series.
now. I didn't know what he
I
was
agree
talking
with
about.
those. Yeah, that was a good idea. I like those.
I don't know why they
These
didn't bring it.
nifty-
Everyone
Especially
loves
because
these.
there was actually unique stuff in the new game
Yeah.
pluses, you know, and it was a way to get items from.
I
the
don't know why
covenants
they didn't
without
bring
having
that
to
back in
do the
DS3. Elden
covenants.
Ring, sure,
Well, you
it's open
basically
world. It makes
increase
sense.
the cycle
But
level of
Dark
an area,
Souls 3?
respawning the boss in the process. Not only does this allow you to refight harder versions of boss fights you've already killed to get multiple copies of a single boss soul, but in Dark Souls 2, the cycles actually differ greatly.
Dude, Grim.
As opposed to the other games,
And
where
John
all
Lobotomy.
New Plus does is make the numbers higher. Dark Souls 2 will change item locations, add in new enemies, and sometimes even change boss fights. This is so
This
cool.
is the
It makes
coolest one.
repeat
The
playthroughs
fact you
so
can
much more
fight
fun.
Sister
It seems
Freed
like such a-
early is just why did I say Sister Freed? Dear Duke Freya. The fact you can fight Dear Duke Freya early is so cool. I love the fact that happens. I really wish they did more of this in DS3.
The Dark Souls games have never been known for their great stories.
Well, I feel like for Elden Ring specifically, the amount of effort it would take to make
Yeah, I
New
get
Game
that.
Plus significantly different probably wouldn't be worth the
But
effort.
they definitely
That's
should have done
story,
it on
not
DS3.
lore. Those are two different things. And
Fire damage is fine in DS1. Just because there's an area full of fire resistant enemies doesn't mean it's bad. In all the other areas, it's still good. I concur. I mean, pyromancy is a thing, and I like pyromancy. I always play pyromancy. If you look at the DS1 series I did here on the channel, it's very old, by the way, so it's a little bit scuffed. But I did pyromancy. Pyromancy's fun.
Besides, we both know you didn't figure out the lore by yourself. You watched Vadi explain it to you, you disgusting LARPer. Dark
True.
Souls 2 changes this. I'd say out of all the Souls games,
No one knows
this is
Dark
the
Souls
one
lore.
with not only the most easy to follow narrative,
just
but
listen to
also
YouTubers?
the best.
Are you genuinely going to complain about that? DS2 story is good. It's
No.
the best.
I mean, depending on what you consider a narrative, I heavily disagree.
Of course,
Because the
he does.
narrative of Dark Souls 1 is just you're the chosen undead, which they tell you. You ring the 2 bells, which they tell you. Go through Sen's fortress, get picked up.
Yeah, okay,
prove
you save the
yourself by defeating
princess. We know.
the Guardian, Iron Guardian, whatever the fuck, the Bell dude. Then the demons pick you up, take you to Anne Orlando. You
This
once
isn't the
again have to
narrative.
prove
This is
yourself
just
by
the
defeating Ornstein
progression
Smough.
of the game.
And, you know, Gwendolyn pretending to be Guinevere is just like, okay, you gotta get the Lord Souls to
I've
rekindle
watched
the fire. Blah,
Dark
blah,
Sauce.
you know what
I
mean?
know
Like,
the story.
That's it. It's a cycle. Human's natural state is being undead. You light the great flame to give yourself, give humans the human form, and someone with Lord Souls is basically a god, and that's all. That's all the story is, and you can pick up on all that without
DS2
knowing
lore
any
is
lore.
the craziest. Shout out
Just
to
listen
the
to dialogue,
to the
because
goat,
it's
the
just part of
Firelink
the linear
conspiracy.
story. Like Dark Souls
Fascinating.
2 is basically just the same thing again, except the entire subplot is kind of like, I think Scholar of the First Sin maybe fixes it with
Dark Souls 2 is good because it actually shows a story of how this affects named characters, people, their reaction. Like Dark Souls 1 and 3, both of them are like stories of like gods and the way they affect humanity. And it's very out it's more of like a it's not really a story more as it is just kind of like concepts being explored. The DLC kind of fixes it with Gale, with like all the stuff to do with Gale and like Lord of Hollows, sure. The Sister Freed, yeah. The DLC specifically, I'd say it doesn't apply to them. But in Dark Souls 2, it's not like as grand a tale. It's a random kingdom. The game establishes that there's nothing unique about Drangleic specifically. It's just another. Thank you for literally the treat of 5 jewels, Tiger. I see what you did there. Getting me to call literally a treat. Thank you for the treat. But I'm a complete have a cat treat, Beans. Thank you, Master. I completely lost my train of thought. I'll say it in the video.
what's his face, Aldia. Aldia talking to you.
Can't.
Maybe I'm trying to remember his.
That got
dialogue,
me.
though.
I can't. I'm sorry. I
But,
don't
like,
know
the
what to
entire
say.
subplot with them trying to figure out the curse
That
of
one
the
really got me.
undead shit. Most of that's like optional, and then the whole in the past they fought giants, but the giants are here.
Yes,
What the
2 is
fuck
about
does any of that
kingdoms
have
and their
to do with
people. I like the
anything? Who the
fact
hell
the
knows?
protagonist is not a
That
chosen.
just
Exactly.
happened, I guess. Like,
Technically,
the
DS1
second
isn't
half of the
chosen either.
game, you're like, what are you? You're chasing.
He's just explaining the progression of
Vendrick,
events, not the actual details or depth of the
and
NPCs
he's just
and
wandering
characters.
around
Exactly.
as a zombie because he lost his humanity.
Drangleic is a better character than Gwyn ever was.
Dude, I can't.
I mean,
I
not
don't know.
Drangleic.
Like I said, I
Frick.
played the game like 5 or 6 times. I'm trying
Vendrick.
to
Oh my gosh, I'm getting mind broken. Vendrick is a better character than Gwyn ever was. He has actual character to him. You sit down, you talk to him, you hear how stuff affects him, you see what his plans are, you explore like where he's gone.
remember, outside of like the elements of the story that are the same as the first game, I don't even remember what the point of the story. They don't find a cure for the undead curse, but the DLCs, once you get the crowns, give you something that makes you immune while you're wearing it.
Yeah, you pretty
But
much
I don't know if-
escape the cycle.
Like they never did anything else with that idea. It's
Yeah,
just you're immune.
Yeah, you
to,
did.
like,
Canonically speaking, the Bearer of the Curse is like in a big tower or a farming with Aldio, while like the Ashen one is doing whatever he's doing, you know? Like bro just went to live his Giga Chad life with his Emerald Herald GF and his like cool ass flaming turd best friend bro living in some spire in the middle of who knows where, while like the rest of the world is burning down because he's got his cool cycle escaping crown. That's what it is. Vendrick is
The
an actual
undead
hero who fell.
debuff
Gwyn is the
while you're in the
Antichrist.
crown.
Lol. He
I mean,
fell
you could
because
beat
of a
all of
woman, by the
DS1 and
way.
Still have no idea what the hell happened. But with DS2,
I mean, yeah, you could say that of any game though. If you
That's
skip
not
every
true.
cutscene, you have
No,
no idea
there-
what's
what-
going on.
there's
It'd be
nothing-
the same with Dark Souls 2.
oh boy, now there's a real prepare to cry. Get ready, because a little white tear may just go down your leg. Dark Souls 2 is the ultimate piece of Chud fiction. The story of a Giga Chad king who was taking care of his people, seduced by an evil Jezebelian Foyd from a far-off land.
Notice that
Who
blinking? Notice that blinking. I just want to take note of, okay, another take note of this, guys.
Seduced
All right?
by an
Okay. Immediately sees super hot Mesugaki brats. What's his reaction?
evil Jezebelian Foyd from a far
That's right. Notice how the blinking rate, like you expose someone to cocaine, what happens? Their eyes get immediately. You can just see it right there. He's psychologically damaged.
land, who insisted
They
he wage war on a foreign power, causing a series of events that plunges mankind into despair, cursing man with an affliction that slowly takes away his sanity and turns him Indian, all to steal an ancient power promised to her 3,000 years ago, forcing the king to seal him.
See, if you use memes, see, this is
This is the plot of the game. I'm just describing it in a funny way. You cannot depict me being funny as a trying to be funny as a negative. That's not a negative point against the story of the game, man. Bear of the Curse is getting sloppy toppy from your DS2 waifu. I mean, Cunny Emerald Herald, while Ashen One tries to look at the feet of the Firelink Maiden. Literally this, okay? Pitkerson, well said.
This is why irony poisoning is bad, Chuddies.
The Giants
This is
deserved
why
better.
irony poisoning is bad. If you just
It's
use
funny
memes,
because
you
it's
can
true.
spin something to be a good story. Yeah, that's true. I guess Nishandra, Evil Queen, Corrupt King. She was a Shard of Manus.
Yeah,
But I mean, that doesn't really tie into anything. Is the problem?
This is the
Like,
whole
what does this
point.
have to do with the player character?
What does this have to do with? What does anything have to do with the player character in any Dark Souls game? The player character is literally just some guy. Like in all of the games, you're just some guy. The stories are never about you. You're just the person that, comes in to. You're the new monarch. You come in to, set things straight and bring about a new age. They're everyman stories. You just show up, do the thing. You're seeing stories of places and other people. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you're not personally involved in any of this. I broke the 50-50. What could have happened? Is there any art of Nisandra being cute and funny? I don't think there is. If only there isn't that much cute and funny art of the Emerald Herald as is, even though she's literally cute and funny in the game.
That's not even
At least
story.
would have
That's
been.
lore. He just said the story, not the lore. That is the lore. That is
Okay, no, that is story because you meet Nisandra in game. You meet Vendrick in game. You talk to Nisandra in Vendrick. You go back in time and fight the giants. It's lore in Dark Souls because it's stuff you can read about in item descriptions. In Dark Souls 2, it's the story because you are presently seeing these characters. You are talking to them. You are partaking in the events. You are involved directly in the War of the Giants because you kill the Giant Lord, or at least defeat him. It's more than just lore. You're an active participant in the story.
nothing to do with what the player character does in the game, except at the end when you're told to go kill Nishandra. Right? So actually, he is
I'll
contradicting
give you that.
himself
Audio
'cause
is
he said
really
the story,
cool.
not the lore,
Real.
is good, and he's talking about the lore, not the story. So get fucked, motherfucker. You're a liar.
Self in his goon
Epically
cave.
owned.
As the bearer of the curse, you, with the guidance of your test tube baby GF, must take the throne and be the new monarch.
Alex
Or
Sick.
you can listen to a flaming turd and turn your back on everything to Aura Farm till the end of time.
Project
that's
Room.
what I call writing. Originally, the story was going to be way different. Time traveling would have been involved. You were going to go back in time and see the Emerald Herald as a child. Very cute and funny stuff. The lewd fan art would have gone crazy. And there's still some traces of that, like you going back in time.
Genuinely kind of like flabbergasted. He had nothing to. First of all, Ronnie, doll Ronnie, Cunny Ronnie, W Goons, okay? It's like you see her in her doll form. It's just kind of like, okay, Ronnie, you know what I'm gonna do next. You know where this ends, Ronnie, okay? You're gonna get a stream of souls, to say the least. You're about to get a couple of runes. Zero reaction to that, by the way. That's what I'm saying. I'm genuinely flabbergasted. He does not react whatsoever. Like, I'm just saying, this guy is a Blue Archive fan. Like, anyone who wasn't, like, in the know, to say the least, would have stopped and, like, done some sort of rant. He just didn't say anything. Get leafed. Low-key leafing Ronnie right now. Ronnie is probably the best girl in the series. I'm going to say that. Maybe better than the Emerald Herald. I don't know. Maybe. You marry her, so. The Revenant in Night Rain is hotter than Ronnie. Drops Mike. She's hot, but not Ronnie hot, okay? Ronnie's got... Look at all those hands. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, she can strangle you while giving you... give you foot job while strangling you while holding your arms against the floor.
Time to kill the Lord of Giants, but it is a bit tragic that we'll never get to see the original
That might be the shittiest boss fight in the game too, but
No, that's
the
not...
second shittiest. The
It's
second
not
shittiest.
true. It's a
I
fun
forgot that was even a
boss.
boss. That's
Dark
all you
Souls
do
waifus
is you
all
just
suck.
roll
Just
bet-
wrong. Just
between
wrong
his
all
legs and
around. Just completely
slash
wrong.
His toes.
Maiden in Black, Emerald Herald, Guinevere, Gwendolyn, Ronnie, the funny snake girl from Elden Ring. You're just completely wrong.
Till he dies. That's literally it.
Lucatiel? Like, come on, man. You're just wrong. You're just wrong.
Vision of Dark Souls 2 that
I like
would have
Roderica.
existed
True.
had Miyazaki not stolen developer resources to
Conspiracy
make a far
time.
worse game. If that was everything, then I'd say Dark Souls 2 would be a pretty good game. A 12, maybe 15 out of 10. But if we look at the DLC, ooh boy, the areas in the DLC are some of the best I've ever seen in any game, period. Broom
True.
Tower is so interconnected and visually breathtaking. Frozen Ilium Lois, my beloved, it's entirely
I
covered in
love
ice
this
until
area
you
so
reach
much.
The cathedral, at which point the whole area
Peak
will
after
melt,
peak.
unlocking new areas for you to explore. You're able to find and recruit these.
Oh,
knights,
Ivory
fight
King,
alongside
man.
the burnt Ivory
Ronnie has
King
no
in
feet but
this
has 4 armpits. What do you
absolutely
mean?
epic boss fight.
She has 2
you
feet.
remember when I said that DS2 doesn't really reach the heights of DS3 in the boss department? Well, if we're taking
The snake girl is only cute in Japanese fan art. She's an uggo in game. She's cute in game too. Don't be mean to her, okay? Don't say things like that.
the DLC,
Gwendolyn,
into
I know what I
consideration,
said.
I just that literally my brain short circuits when he says that. I can't. You can't say that. You just cannot say the roll slop game at the best bosses.
I'm
You
really
can't,
mind breaking
dude.
the
You
Dark
just
Souls 1 fan.
can't. All the bosses are the fucking same. They just have different timings for you to press the circle button.
That's
Never.
not a problem with the
Few
bosses.
Knights,
That's mechanic.
Zerlon, Sin, they're all just so good, man. And the story, oh dude, the lore. It expands
Me
on
one
the base
lore.
game's narrative by showing how different kingdoms all succumbed to the curse, with their own daughters of man.
Succumb, not succumb.
Okay,
Succumbed.
okay, man. I have dyslexia. Please don't be mean to me.
Succumbed.
Coming in to seduce the corresponding king. Except for the
Oh my gosh, it's the freaking writing is on the wall, man. I don't want to be that guy, but it's like Kojima. Could you be a bit less obvious? It's like true and
Succumbed.
thou male best wife. I didn't say he was the
coming in to
best.
seduce the corresponding
Look at okay. Eyebrow raise in 1 second.
king.
It's like, I'm just like, bro, you put the Kodomo no Jikan footage on screen. Sensei, Syndicate Man over here. Immediate, it's like, literally, I'm just, every time it's happened, every instance of it on screen, I'm just saying, it speaks for it insists upon itself.
Except for the
He
Ivory
knows,
King.
he
That king
knows.
is actually pretty chill. See what I did there?
Minor
Chill.
grammar
If there's
mistake.
one point of contention,
Worst bit I've
the
ever made, by the way.
Black Queen is actually pretty chill. See what I did there? Chill. If there's one point of contention the DLC
Yeah, honestly, he didn't.
has, it's the
No, yeah, no, I completely get that. That was bad. That was genuinely bad. I'll give you that. Kind of ruins the whole video. Ignore
optional
everything I've
side
said.
Areas. People say that these areas are just pure enemy spam and that the bosses are poorly designed damage sponges. And at a first glance, it might seem that way, but these areas aren't designed
The bosses are nothing but roll slop, says the man who invests in 6 grillion ADP stocks. His 3-lock Vegeta hairline having a looking ass is going to make me scream IRL.
to be played alone.
No one ever. This is not a reveal. People knew at launch there were co-op areas.
Okay. The people this, people that. The ever elusive Mauler. It's like, I'm sorry, there's people out there that don't. You gotta understand that. No argument, so he has to attack something in this case. Bean's status as ESL, he is from the hood, so he speaks Ebonics, and because he is black women, I listen and learn. Thank you, Pitkerson. Very cool.
No one plays the game like this. That's why they're bad.
They're dedicated for multiplayer. Even if you're playing offline, the game gives you 2 NPC summons for this very reason. You can argue about the merit of designing sub-areas.
It's funny because even though I love Smelter Demon, Blue Smelter Demon is dog shit because the magic chip damage is insane. Absolutely insane.
No, that's
He's using
cool.
a magic
Skill
field, so
issue.
he's cheating.
Is solely intended for co-op, but if you're choosing to go in solo, then that's on you. As someone who loves the multiplayer side of these games, I think it's a great idea. If you go in with a
Why
full
did he-
party,
why was he
these
shocked
areas
by
can
that?
actually be pretty fun to clear out as a group. And the fights are pretty neat too. I actually love the Grave Robber fight a
Dude,
lot. It
Synth
just
is
feels
also
like this-
from the hood. No way, he's a
Why am I
wigga?
not surprised?
Is Beans really ESL?
Why
I'm
am I not
not.
surprised.
think I speak English good
Why am I
enough
not
for you guys to
surprised?
know that.
The worst, easily the worst boss of the DLC bosses.
That's not true. This boss is cool.
Not
It is-
in terms of. anything
Smelter
like
Demon is worse.
obviously fighting 2 of the tigers in the snow wasteland is like a worse experience. Absolutely. Probably the worst experience in the series
I agree
outside
with
of
that.
like,
I agree.
Bed of Chaos.
I don't like Frigid
or
Outskirts.
Dragon God from Demon Souls. But
Since Only Girlfriend was a black
But
girl,
this is just this is shit. This is not a
but
boss.
black women are
Like,
made for
he's just fighting
BWC.
3 phantoms. That's the boss.
Massive PvP.
Guys, but black women are made for BWC. What are you talking about?
They're not even phantoms.
Takes
They're
me
actual
back to my
dudes.
time guarding the bell tower. The only one of these areas that actually call bad is this.
Yeah, this is literally the
Okay, some people said, why is this bad? There's no level design. I'm sorry, but I'm aware that there are things you can do to avoid the reindeers. Guys, if I summon friends, because this is a co-op area, if I'm getting together with the boys to hop on Dark Souls 2, I don't want to be in an area where the gimmick is that there is nothing to look at on screen and we have to run a bit. It's not fun. This isn't fun with friends. This isn't fun. It's not fun. I'm not saying it's like there's not ways to avoid it. There are. But it's just not, the level design is the lack thereof. If there was level design, you would be looking at it. It's not there. This isn't fun. It's just not fun. The boss fight at the end is also similarly not fun. It's not bad, like the boss fight itself. The combination of the boss fight and the area make it overall bad. But it's not fun. It's just not fun. Bro even fought Ludenzal in there. Is no way he actually didn't like DS2.
The worst zone and one of the worst
DS2
bosses.
reveals
This
who
is
has
just,
friends and who
2
ties
tigers instead of
True.
one.
Atrocity.
Guy
This
named
just
Beans is
horrible.
not an
Anything I
ESL
can
Beaner
use
immersion
this.
broken.
All in
Beans
all,
is
Dark Souls
Beans
2
is black. What are you talking about? Look at her.
an amazing.
Do you
game.
not see
I
the
know
fur
it had-
color?
I'm sure so many people were convinced. If you throw enough pornography memes on the screen, everyone will be convinced. That's how it works. I feel like
It's just a stupid game design is bad because it feels bad argument. Boo. Wait, game design bad because it doesn't feel fun? Boo. Dude, you are aware the objective of good game design is to be fun, not to make for like a really cool YouTube response video, right? Like you're not trying to make like a college thesis here. Yeah, it feeling bad is that's the negative. That means you failed. It feeling good is the objective. The point of game design is to make something that feels good. Feeling is the point. It's not fun. It's objectively unfun to do. It's not of the point. If you're designing an area for co-op, and it's what all the other areas do, you want to design an area where each person has something to do, which is for example, the area of Smelter Demon. You have these long hallways. There's elevated platforms where purely like casters and archers are attacking you. You have big tanky guys. You have casters that are putting up spells. So you have multiple things. If you have someone or a ranged build on the team, a sorcerer, a miracle, whatever, then they can handle the guys up on the platform. You can have the more agile person beeline it straight to the person who's putting on the slow debuff on everyone else, while the big tanky guy can deal with the double axe guys. You have that, These areas are designed in a way where each person in the party can do something. That is not Frigid Outskirts. Frigid Outskirts is straight up just beeline it to boss in most effective way. It is the run back. There is nothing else to do. Objectively unfun, yes, because my opinions are fact. We've gone over this. Because my opinions are not opinion. I said it at the start of the video, guys. Replay the start of the video. These aren't my opinions. My opinions are fact. We've concurred this, guys. My word is law. Blue Smelter area was easiest, in my opinion, the most fun too. I agree.
Part of this review,
Blue Smelter area, yeah. I think it's the most fun.
Imagery or the avatar is that he said the bosses are good. Just
Dude,
showed a
Synth
list.
needs to stop throwing stones in a glass house with those goon criticism. I see the way he reacted to some of that lolly art. I know for a fact what posters are in that house.
Of the bosses and then moved on to the next part.
Outskirts is only
You
good for
can't
farming
fucking
invasion
do
salt.
that.
Fair.
You can't do that. Over half the bosses in the game are either bad or just mediocre. Like, seriously. You cannot
Guy
do
watched
that.
my video
You
but
have to at
larped the
least
entire thing.
argue why some of them are good.
problems, but I can count on one hand the amount of those problems that aren't easily explained away as manifestations of your schizophrenic delusions or reflect.
Yeah.
Running directly to the boss arena is the worst strategy for Frigid Outskirts. I don't mean directly running to the boss arena. I mean the fact that there is no area for you to explore. There is no falling further into a series of holes. There is no choosing which multiple routes you need to go down like you do in the smelter one or like you do in the, in the other one for the grave robbers. It is just dude, I'm gonna hold on. Frigid Outskirts map. All right. Let's see right here. Okay, yeah.
Yes,
I hate to do this to you live, but buddy. Yeah, right here. Thank you. Can I see the map? Thank you. This is a straight line. This is a line. I don't know what to tell you, but this is a line. There is no level design. Again, the level design is a line. There's nothing. There's nothing. Objectively speaking, this is not level design. This is a straight line. There's nothing to see. I don't know what else you want me to say. Look at it. It's just a line. It's literally just a line. There's nothing to see. There's nothing to do. There's no cool gimmick. It's just a line where enemies spawn and you just gotta try and avoid them. This isn't level design. There isn't a level. I'm sorry. Skyrim fog map be like, there's nothing. There's literally nothing.
Is wrong. You, the irony poison.
Even if you spend an
Zoomer
hour explaining why the bosses are good and it makes them good, he'd ignore it.
Dark Souls 2 is kind of like Israel's right to defend itself. Whether you like it or not, it's here to stay. And I, for one, think that's pretty epic.
Awesome analogy.
The video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button.
There's no gimmick, says the man who doesn't understand. The snowstorm is not a good gimmick. Sorry, the snowstorm is not a good gimmick. I understand how the snowstorm works. It's not good. It's not a good gimmick. It's just not a fun area. There isn't even anime feet. There was in the video. Did you not see the Emerald Herald?
Damn that subscribe button. Embrace it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. Kaga, you're low-key mind-breaking me more than Synthman ever could.
Bell and get.
You humored this video too much. It's not too late to click off. It's over, Brian, and we watched the whole thing. I'm sorry, I had to. It was like a train wreck. I couldn't stop.
Wait, no, please finish it. No,
you
didn't watch the outro.
That was actual insanity.
There's
fucking insanity.
There's Sekiro
I'm not
gameplay
gonna
in there.
dislike it though.
Aw, how kind.
I'm not gonna give it a dislike because I don't really. It was about as retarded as I expected, but I still had to hear the wrong opinions.
Is that
This
all?
is the worst video you ever forced us to watch. Yeah.
He doesn't watch more of it. Aw, that was cool though. That was cool. Send that guy to the Shadow Realm. Excuse me, sir. We use Niaga in this house. True. Niaga, like a cat. Real. Honestly, pretty tame for the standards of this chat. Beans, could you give a Niaga a paw job? After what Kaga said to me, I don't know. I'm not sure. Fair. I guess you deserve one. Limited visibility is rarely ever a good gimmick. You'd think they'd have learned that from the Tomb of the Giants. Real. I'm a big Synth fan, but his DS2 take is Mauler tier. Listen, no it's not. No it's not. He said a lot of coal in this video. But Mauler tier? Don't be cruel. Do not be cruel. Don't be saying that. No one deserves to be called Mauler tier. Alright? No one deserves that sort of treatment. Either way, guys, you know what this means. Whoa. Return to where we came. Back here we are. I mean, we reacted to the video. We saw it. Back here to see more Lucatiel ass. Ooh. Very Gunnar-pilled. Very open and Gunnar-pilled, just want to say. This stream was really just Beans arguing and debating with chat while Synth calls him names. You're welcome for the content. Thank you, Tyron, beautiful, beautiful Beaner, for allegedly being the guy who told who told Synthman to watch this video. I just want to say,
I just want to say out there, I think I've done a pretty good job proving why Synthman was low-key, low-Kirknewly wrong. I think it'd be really cool if Synthman reacted to this stream in its entirety on his stream. That way I could react to that on my stream, and we could just endlessly keep the cycle going until From Software themselves step in by giving us both free copies of Dark Souls 2 2, the new game they're working on, Switch 2 exclusive, of course. So this stream is very fried chicken pulled. Listen, man, you lose the ability. No message retracting. No. That's not. You can't do that. You made a mistake. You cannot accuse one of being ESL and then misspell English words in that. All right, Loner, send him mods. Send this man to the blacking chambers immediately. It's what he deserves. I'm sorry, low or a loss. Bro has to be punished. You forgot to add a bit where you sigh and sadly have to side with H-Bomber Guy. H-Bomber Guy mentioned, why is this Dark Souls 2 video so good though? I hate that I have to side with H-Bomber Guy. I truly do. What's Fudagate? Why is From so soft? Hello, boss man. Howdy. Well, everyone, thank you for coming here. Message out there to the Synthetic Man. Very cool video. I think it's kind of cool that you react. Thank you for reacting. Very cool. Also, on top of that, I think it's kind of cool how you low-key like Cunny and Blue Archive. I think that's kind of awesome. I think you should just be open about that, man. Tell you what, as a bit of a peace offering, Mr. Synthetic Man, if you're watching this right now, I challenge you to a match of Dark Souls 2 PvP, okay? I come in with my base, I'll play Magic, you play not Magic, since apparently Magic sucks, we get to see which one is better. So, low-key, I rep Team Magic, you rep Team whatever the frick, I don't know, probably Strength. And, you know, winner is just kind of right about everything. We settle this in the ring like men, I suppose you can say. Like Catgirl, I suppose you can say as well. And after that, just kind of to shake hands, to go on the bar after the duel, if you will. I challenge you, or rather, I invite you to hop on a round of Kavotos Battlegrounds with me, okay? On the old block site, if you will. So, if that sounds pretty good, accept this challenge, Synthetic Man. It's good optics. Cheers to the Cunny God and the Fuda God, Synth. You use magic? You're literally made for rape beans. Because of the magic? Half of Synth's audience are lolicons, though. He's just indifferent. I don't know. I think he looked a lot more than indifferent in that response video, you know? In that reaction video, rather. Hope you two make out after. Listen, man. I don't know about that. Imagine willingly dueling a DS2 mage. Hey, a Spellblade. I have a katana too, okay? A Spellblade. Get it right. Tisk, you guys are so rude for no reason. Either way, Beans 2.0 debut this Friday. I'm going to be playing Sekiro on Thursday. That's the stream right before the debut. So Sekiro on Thursday, guys. If you're a big fan of the Souls content, you should stay for that. You get to watch me play Sekiro. There's no magic in Sekiro. I'm forced to play Dex. So loser gives away Robux. I was unsure, but the way he reacted to Ibuki convinced me. Ibuki, give me some dopamine, bro. Ibuki, give me some head. Give me some foot, bro. Well, that aside, so Sekiro on Thursday, Beans 2.0 on Friday. So for the model reveal, make sure to come over here. You sent him some good lolly art. He needs to send some good Fuda art. Cultural exchange, one could say. Real and true. Honestly, that seems fair. That just seems fair and honest. All this being said, all that being said, guys, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow me on Zitter.com and join the Discord server. Only if you're cool, though. Only if you're epic. Make sure to also be here on Friday for the debut stream and support me over on ko-fi.com/thecoolbeansman. I appreciate it dearly. To everyone, I just want to give a big thanks to Kazcode and Unknown for reascending to Premium Beanerhood. Very awesome to have you guys back. And thank you so much to Bagel Eater, to Trout, and to Unknown, and as well I suppose, to Tiger for all of your donations and contributions today. It is very, very appreciated. All your help aids in allowing me to survive yet another day. Synth has brought up lolicons in his chat. He said he refuses to ban them because of how many there are in his audience. I'm sure there's another reason, you know? It's sometimes the mind refuses to see and the heart refuses to talk. But the worm will always say the truth. And with that little ounce of wisdom, I'll just say, I've been Beans, I am Beans, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.